want to close everything and hope that it makes a difference
I
in
hope
video
so
quality.
too. Hold up. It might be because I kept alt-tabbing last time too, which fucked with the quality. Okay, we're good. We're recording. Yeah, so we're back here. Welcome to Enderal, where Uni's going to spread the sus, and I'm gonna scream at a small man over bird eggs.
Are you max level?
I'm not max level. I'm level 27. I put up the stat sheets. I went grinding.
What is max level?
There's not a max level, but there is about a soft cap anywhere from around 60 to 70s, although there's been reports of people who were like so crazy they got to 80.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And it's just because they just kept grinding really hard and had fun exploring.
It's a trip.
And so shit would just respawn and they'd murder it again. Last we left off, we were in the city. We'd just gotten dropped off after, you know, we had a good dream about nice times in summer with our dad.
Uh-huh.
We had a nice, calm, uneventful trip to Enderal. We made friends with a nice fellow who was like, "Oh yeah, I can help you with you know, you've got the mystery magic, so I can help you with that. You just, you know, help me do some work." And you were like, "Sweet, okay." And nothing was ever harmful ever. Also, yeah, there was a small man that asked me to get him bird eggs, so I got him the bird eggs he wanted from the area, and then I went and got him 2 more sets of bird eggs, and one of them was the set from the desert where I should not have been, but I really wanted money, and I figured out how to play chicken with the big cats.
Okay.
So we're gonna be giving him all the eggs because he's, I think I said it last time, he's relevant later on. I only have 1 set of eggs he does not have yet because I just can't play chicken with the enemies up there.
Oh. Again, to scream at me, here's more mac and cheese. So.
So, any luck?
Yeah, here's your fucking eggs. I found these. Do these look like the ones you're after?
Yes, that's them. Marvelous. Truly marvelous. Here, you have earned yourself that. Now, he only has to... Yes, that should do it. Say, friend, would you be willing to help him a little further?
No, not really.
Depending on how well the breeding of these eggs goes.
What?
He would like to experiment with other breeds too.
Oh.
Firefinches, leaf
I hate
gulls,
this
and
third
pig
person,
dashes to
because it's not even proper third
Bring
person.
him their
It's not.
eggs too, and you will be rewarded.
Okay, Firefinches, Leaf Gulls, Peak Dashers understood, but that might take a while.
Yes, he
Oh,
knows, but he will wait here for you. Good luck, and thank you.
I'd like to point out, he only gives you 90 gold for that first set, 90 pennies. So yeah, this is the easier set to get,
Here, take.
and he just says
However,
the same thing.
he still needs
He tells you more, I need
Come
more.
back once you've found them.
And I hate him so much.
Yes, very good. Here, you have earned this.
Yeah, take my eggs.
However,
This dude has
he
a
still needs
weird
more.
obsession with
Come
eggs.
back once you've
He
found
wants them. It's easier to guess, I guess, why he wants them later on when he becomes more relevant, but I hate him. He asked me to get bird eggs, and I hate getting bird eggs.
God, you're like 2 feet taller than him.
Yes, I am, because remember I adjusted my height, so I'm actually taller than Ethan Jaspar.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just not by a lot, by a little. I'm not tiny in comparison to everybody else this time.
How's your equipment?
My same starting outfit, though after we do this initial, start quest, I'll be switching this top. I got my gloves out, though, which were these.
I think that's a new
So I will
sword too.
say,
Yeah, that's a new sword. It's on my back. It's still
Then-
one-handed, because
I don't think it's really blurry.
Huh?
But when you stop, everything smooths back out.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's because it's just, it has trouble with the fucking FPS for some reason when I'm moving. So it's a little wild. So we'll probably have to do a thing where I look for like a second before I talk to somebody. Also, yeah, I'd like to point out we did go through, start a lot of quests that last a while because I could find progressive enemies or whatever. And this is the bounties, and This is Find Me Artifacts. None of these are super relevant at all. Oh, this is the wells. Yeah, this is the one. What? There we go. Mark it off. That's the one that proves us all. So, which is meet up, just bar in the marketplace. Oh yeah, and as I pointed out, because I was abusing the bank, as I said I would, it's been 3 weeks in game since we last, parted ways, so this poor man has been sitting in the marketplace for 3 weeks going, should I go?
I'm sure he's fine with it.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
He's hanging out at a bar, right?
No, he's hanging out in the marketplace by a well the
Just
entire
in the
time.
middle of the marketplace.
Yeah, he's next to the child, the little girl child that sounds like she's been smoking for 40 years.
Does she, or is there a place nearby for him to drink?
No.
Oh.
Unless he comes back into this district, which is right next door. But
You
that's
don't need to
'cause
drink to have a good time.
he just sits there and eats his bread. He's like,
So-
Speaking
you.
of sounding like you've smoked for 40
Yes.
years,
Yeah.
holy shit, V.
actually, I'll find her first. The little girl that smokes like she's been smoking for 40 years because I've been waiting to show that shit off. It's so
The first
bad.
time you tried to show her to us, the game fucking crashed.
Oh god, don't tell me that. I have to save now compulsively. I'm now terrified this small child.
Better play it safe.
I will, Suzie.
I mean, it actually did happen. We have recorded footage.
Oh, we've had
Oh.
it. Yeah, we had it crash multiple times because Steam was like, "I want to update."
No.
If you get arrested, do the guards still magically know that what your stolen goods are?
I have never gotten arrested in this game, so I don't know.
Oh.
To be fair, I've never really ever gotten arrested in Skyrim, and my fucking stealing rap sheet is so large there, it's ridiculous.
What if there's a cool side quest?
I mean, I'm not saying I didn't steal in this game. I was in the desert stealing. I stole, stocks in the fruit company here in Enderal.
You stole eggs from a bird, too.
Well, fuck that. Who likes the birds?
You're an adventurer.
Yeah, there's
right?
the boy.
Have you
Ah.
been to
Worst voice.
How do they say it?
That's a girl?
That's where the
Yeah, that's the one chick,
petrified live. My dad told me that.
That's the little boy.
Hey,
That's the
Oh, that's the
girl.
boy.
adventurer, aren't you?
This is the girl.
I bet you've got a lot of stories to tell.
What the fuck?
Oh my
Wow.
god.
What the fuck is your problem, kid?
Yeah, she sounds
She's been smoking for a while.
like she's not even trying to sound like a child.
Wow.
There's
That was
Okay,
just creepy.
So I have to switch back to my iPad apparently because everything is dying.
the children are really bad.
So I will be right back.
So I'm finally here. Oh shit, Jack's
Hey.
left.
Look who's arrived.
No, we're not here yet. We left. We're sorry. We're gonna talk to the small children until Jax comes back.
Wait.
We reloaded. It's too late, man.
It's fine. I know what
God,
happens.
okay.
Oh, no,
I've
Jack.
seen
Jax was
Corca
moving.
play this.
Sorry.
Jax was
Yeah,
moving.
sorry.
That's all. I started
Everything
talking
died.
as Jax left.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Hey,
I know.
loser.
Well, look who's arrived. Did you have any problems finding your way around? This city can be quite a maze if you
No.
don't know it.
Yeah, thankfully Corca knows it like the back of her hand.
It's not that hard to learn this one, actually. So not really. I'm used to big cities.
Right, you're from Ostian. I almost forgot.
He likes that for some reason.
They're quite fascinating, these places, aren't they?
One down.
High, and you can fall just as deep.
Really?
And every
Yep.
place vibrates with life.
Already?
One down what?
I want to get out of this mind state as soon as possible.
Are you like angry or distressed with me?
No,
Are you angry and distressed with anybody else?
it's just that I know that I have an Enderal tolerance level.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on. That's true. Again, still keeps.
drinking.
Here,
You gotta
put
keep
this on.
Busy train rolling.
And before you ask, yes.
Oh, I
it's
forgot
necessary.
you
Just
fucking
trust
do
me.
this to me. No, fuck you! I forgot, you motherfucker!
Ah, nice hat, loser.
Yeah,
Oh, the hat.
my disguise. To get into the temple.
Worst disguise.
Yeah, I forgot you do this to me.
People in the temple won't notice you if you look like a dork.
People in the temple will not question anything if you look like a dork. Though the guy, he kind of is giving you the excuse that you're seeing. Also
They won't
dresses like a
question
dork.
you. They won't even question why you're a giantess.
Shut up.
Hey Jasper, could you dress up like this too?
Yeah, just borrow, put on my hat.
I like to imagine he had to wrestle the hat onto you, like putting socks on a cat.
Yeah.
No!
You suplexed him at least twice before he managed to get the hat on you.
Yep.
Especially with that much hair.
Yeah. He's like, we're gonna have to cut off your hair, and you're like, I will fucking kill you personally.
That wild ebony. Holy shit.
I will throw you in the well.
Obsidian. No, I'm trying to think. Ebony or obsidian?
Neither.
Obsidian is trash.
Obsidian is
Excuse?
very sharp.
It's trash.
Go faster.
Apparently there was a surgeon who did an appendicitis operation using an obsidian knife because he could, I guess. Prove some sort of fight.
It was to prove how sharp obsidian was.
And yeah, obsidian's really sharp, but doesn't it like fracture easily?
I mean,
just volcanic glass.
But there are other ways to get rid of the fever.
Yeah,
I hope my employer can tell you about.
Pretty sure glass fractures
Okay,
easily.
Almost there.
You know what's a bad thing to have in your
Can't put too much
wounds?
pressure on glass.
Glass.
You can put pressure on obsidian.
Oh, you really can.
I mean, are you really putting pressure on it?
You can put pressure on a human, but doesn't make the human happy.
I have an obsidian knife. At least I think it's real obsidian. I don't know. It was a present.
Obsidian isn't exactly a rare material,
Where the fuck
so
gives
I'm
someone
sure
an
it is
obsidian
real.
knife as a present?
I mean,
Someone who went to Mexico.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say.
Because it was like, hey, these are the knives they used to cut people's hearts out.
Nudie, you were like, sweet. I can finally execute my players when their characters.
What a souvenir.
Yeah. There was an
Oh, way
option
to
too.
remember your great heritage and country. This sacrificial blade. Thanks.
Yeah.
And that's going into one of many Kieran's great collections.
Apparently, my mom and aunt were very sad to see these like lovely ruins to Aztec culture, and the people there just sort of reduced to selling trinkets of their previous culture. But then again, Aztecs were kind of dicks.
To the picture. Show the spoils.
The Aztecs weren't a great people.
We're having the NPC equivalent of the old man is driving really slow. There we go. You're free.
When you gonna take that stupid hat off?
So, after we get it.
Later.
When you get closer to your mic.
Fuck you.
No,
Oh,
I'm
God.
talking to V. He always sounds
Speaking of close to the mic, clickety clack clack.
I'm convinced he got like a new laptop or something like that and he's just talking into it.
No, this is an old laptop, and yes, I'm still talking.
Esteemed holder of DeLuna's Empire of Tender Fragrance, the most prestigious perfumery in all of Vin. Archmagisty Marigil sent for her. Didn't he tell you?
The Archmaster. Well, that does sound like him. Fair enough, you may pass. But show this place the respect it deserves, mercenary. You too, my Dame DeLuna.
You have my word, fair lady. Thank you.
Yes. I am the perfumery lady. I'm here to see the Archmagister.
Dad, just honor Lady Moon.
Yeah, he's calling her you Lady Moon, is what he's dubbed you.
How sweet.
He's trying to pass you off as Chilean too, which is hilarious because I'm playing
thinks
half
you're crazy.
Arizonian. Yeah, he thinks you're probably psychotic. We did stand in front of him eating butterflies and books.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. He has reason to think that.
And then I ignored him for 3 weeks.
he has seen that you have issues.
It was fun. He was cool with it.
Just some issues.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's got to work through issues. That's why he isn't too bothered by it. But
And there's something about you wandering the countryside collecting bird eggs.
Oh yeah, just screaming in the middle of the night. Fuck you! The guards are
you
like,
know, to each their own. He's cool with it.
Eventually, there's gonna be this hatred of big cats and people.
Okay, whoops.
God, beer's the worst.
Why are you
Then
drinking?
why are you drinking it?
Because it's a Friday night and let's party!
So I
It's
can
cheap.
actually
I don't drink beer for the taste. I drink it for drink.
To forget.
My dude, I have something to tell you, and that's that there are cheaper things than beer out there.
Also, I've had this 6-pack in my fridge for like at least 6 months.
Oh my god.
That's a valid reason. You need to get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't. I do
I
not
mean,
drink
you could
often.
just pour it down the drain.
No, that's a
how you
waste.
That's
drink beer.
wasteful.
Because there's always
No,
an
that's how
opportunity
you drink
to drink and have Mary. Drink Mary.
That's wasteful.
Have you
You
ever seen the
don't-
videos where it's like how to eat kale and it's just them scraping it into the trash? That's me with
No, I
beer.
haven't seen that,
How
but
to
that's
drink beer, you pour it down the fucking drain.
Thank you, Dax. Thank
Wait,
you.
you
Well,
can't-
you're not the one who bought the beer, so it's not an issue for you.
Yeah, you can't get drunk if you pour it down the drain.
Okay.
So really, motherfucker, Marie.
I don't think the argument
like you're
has to do
missing-
with getting drunk.
Yeah, I feel like you're missing the point of why people drink beer.
I don't drink it. Yeah, I don't drink it for fun.
Don't drink it for the taste.
Or sorry, I don't drink it for taste. I do drink it for fun. That's it.
I don't.
Drink it to get
I don't
fucked
have
up.
a problem. I know I don't have a
Alcohol
problem
is
because
fucked
I haven't. I barely ever
What
drink
somebody
ever.
with a problem would say. I don't have a
Motherfucker, Maria
problem.
de
You
Luna's
have a
Empire
problem.
Tender Fragrant?
Hey,
I've spent like $10 on an. I spent like $10 on alcohol in my entire year.
Anyway, I think it's about time I tell you a little bit more about this employer of mine.
I'm talking, Jesper. Shut up.
Constantine
No.
Firestone, and he's one of Marathzor Orenthiel's former
What is
followers,
happening?
which the new Grand Master, Tealor Orenthiel, brought here by ship about 2 years ago. That means he's one of the former arch-enemies of the Order.
Has this guy done any other
They
voice
usually wear
work?
green, while the Order wears white or red.
no.
That should make it easy for you to tell them apart.
I don't know.
Firespark's pretty much the
Yes.
eldest of Marathzor's mages,
Enderal.
and quite well versed in magic, at least from what I've heard. Plus, he's a very gentle and likable fellow, which is why even the keepers like having him around. Let's hope he can tell us a thing or two about these visions, and help you get rid of the fever. Come, follow me.
God, your face is just a gray blob.
Oh, right now, yeah, the lighting is so bad up here.
Fellow.
It's fine though. It makes it easier to hate Jaspar.
It's really, it's because, it's called its fucking Skyrim's lighting in here, because her face is really gray too right now.
Yeah, I can tell she has a good face on her. It's blurry
I
and
don't
blocky,
trust
but
any
it's a
of
good
these
face.
people. They don't have faces.
They don't have faces.
I'll put up screenshots another time.
At least it's legit a face.
So the more
I
I,
had
the more I
to
play,
increase my white point because I had it down because of how bright my screen was.
the more I play Graveyard Keeper, the less graveyard keeping I'm doing.
Oh boy.
I suppose that's the only. That's one of the down points of the game.
Is that eventually you run out of stuff to do in the graveyard because
Well, no, it's just that like you have so many other things to do that are barely related to graveyard keeping.
It's called career progression, stupid.
Oh, by the way, V, you're gonna be really happy in a second. Hold on, before he starts, the old man starts yelling.
That's not how you do it.
There's the hats off.
Unreliable.
Boston, thanks, be careful.
Finally.
Like heck we do. Give me that thing now.
Where is this?
Come here, kitty.
Holy
What?
shit!
Explosion through the door.
Hell
Jeez.
yeah. I am
Well,
happy.
that door looks awfully intact for getting so much smoke out.
Get for working with fumblers. I told you.
Master Firespark.
What? Now,
those
who
damn
the heck
fumblers
are you? Can't an old
fumbling
man
with my
have a
explosive
motor
entrances.
to himself?
You hired me.
Gentle
The Magister,
and
don't you remember?
likable fellow.
Oh, right. Joseph the Scrounger. So why
Joseph.
are you...
Joseph!
Had any luck?
Just spar. And yeah, we did find something. I
Suggest you first of all tell me when I allowed you to drag your flings up here.
No.
Do you need me to explain the meaning of the words highly and confidential to you?
Damn.
I'm sure there's a lot you can explain to me, but let's save that for later. This particular lady over here needs your help, to be frank. Arcane fever.
Is that so? And what exactly has that got to do with me? Let the keepers
Damn.
and their holy rituals take care of it.
Damn!
That's
This
cold,
is-
Joe.
Costume anyway.
This is a crotchety
This
old
one's magic,
man.
different, Miser.
He's my spirit animal. I think he's Ray's spirit
Plus,
animal
she's from
too.
Narrow, just as you are.
I know. Currently, he is what I'm
then, for
feeling. So
nostalgia's sake. I really hope you're not wasting my time, though. Working with these religious buffoons is bound to make any rational thinking person go
oh
bonkers.
God, I am just channeling this guy right now.
Take a
Oh
seat.
wow.
Have a look at that fever of yours.
Actually, we have to go in first person for the chair.
Lewd.
No, no loot.
Don't look at.
All right,
Don't let
then.
him look at your
This will
fever.
tickle a little.
Lewd.
Lewd.
He's just gonna make our.
No, you're right.
Did he
He's
just
just gonna-
kamehameha
He's just
you?
gonna tickle you with this Kamehameha wave.
Powerful.
Ah, my face.
And do you really want to tell me you've only recently discovered that talent of yours? With that aura, I'm surprised that you haven't turned into an Obaya by now. Fine. Well, that is, we will help you. But first, tell me everything. How you got that magic, and how you met that scrounger.
I like that old man.
And that's how Jasper and I
Regarding
became a
this
fling.
vision thing, I think that your mind simply played a trick on you there. Not that it's much of a surprise, considering what you've been through. Actually, you were quite lucky that the sudden outburst of your glance didn't blow your head right off.
Sudden outburst of my glance. What's a glance?
By all that's holy, I won't start playing your tutor now. If you don't know about the basic functioning of magic, then read something from Ballador Goldenstein.
The glance on the sea of eventualities. Alongside, but apart from the reality we're in right now, exist countless other realities, in which some events have different outcomes, so to speak. A version of this very same room, for example, with the very same people in it, only that Miser Firespark's beard is on fire. And what defines an Arcanist, someone capable of magic, is that he or she can see those other realities and let parts of them come true.
Well, look at that, Jasper. You surprised me.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
tell
what
something.
So you got. So magic is like quantum mechanics in this.
Yes.
Depends on three factors.
Yep. You're
How
remembering
far
now?
away are the eventualities
No.
that he can see? How well he can bring parts of them into our reality? And finally, how well his mind can handle seeing other realities simultaneously with ours. Lighting a candle is easier than calling a meteor from the sky, to speak plain inal. But, as I said, read Goldenstein if you're interested in the topic. I'm not going to waste any time with lectures.
Is it terrible of me that he said Goldenstein and my first immediate thought was there are Jews in Enderal?
Yes.
A little bit. That's
It's a little
what?
Actually terrible.
It's a horror. And this chapel on the water, which is our stone room, which took me, actually, I didn't realize that the first time. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I realized it when I played it for the group. Every time I touch one of these stones, I feel as if, I don't know, something comes back to me.
Well, that's probably a sign that you should go easier on the booze. Skill, whether of physical or magical nature, isn't gained through touching some
Calm down with the
stones, but through
fucking
hard
boo!
work and discipline.
Yeah, and
Even though this screwball Enderalian talk of paths and predeterminations
Yeah,
tries to tell us
I'm
otherwise.
stopping for now.
good. Again, I didn't just imagine these visions, they felt different somehow, real.
Get off the
If
mushrooms!
that's what you want to believe, go for it.
Stop eating
In any
butterflies!
case, I've never come
You're eating
across such a
hallucinogenic
phenomenon
butterflies!
in over 50
Oh my god.
years of studying magic.
Enough with
And
the
now
honey!
we should...
Stay away from the butterfly,
It all
honey!
begins with the dreams.
What the blasted blistering blazes? Does this room look like the bosom of a whore to you? Or what makes you think you can go around touching anything you get your fingers on? These documents are confidential, for heck's sake.
My spirit animal.
Okay, he'll say the bosom of a whore.
But he'll say heck, yeah.
Correct me if
Because
I'm
there
wrong,
isn't
but I
a
remember
hell
you
in this
telling me
world. You
something
gotta keep
about
that in mind.
dreams that led you and Tealor Renthiel here,
So they just
didn't you,
like,
Mysa?
well, they'd use heck, obviously.
And you told me that
Well,
in
he
this
doesn't
video
have
of
to
yours,
say
the
heck,
woman
he could
said
say
this.
fuck.
It all begins
Shit.
with the dreams.
He
Say
said
whatever.
shit before.
What?
Well, I'm just saying he could have used expletives other than heck.
They've been using heck the entire time.
Damn.
They
Well,
have?
damn doesn't
Oh,
work
God.
here.
So
Yeah,
it
no.
is actually. I've been hearing that it all begins with the dream.
Oh. Then this near-death experience you had before you woke up on the shore. Tell me again, what exactly did you see in it? A room?
Yeah, I saw Tommy Wiseau.
It was weird.
He said he did not hit her. He did not do it.
I did not.
Oh, hi, Mom.
I did not have physical relations with that woman.
That was President Clinton.
I know.
So I saw a glistening white light and charred bodies, but their flesh was unnatural, gray, and I heard all these voices. In fact,
It was pretty crisp.
I hear like 9 to 10 of them right now. They're really loud.
I'm sorry.
Hi!
Well, this is strange indeed. Anyway, for now all that matters is that we get that magic of yours under control. Whatever you clairvoyanced back there is of no use to us if you're dead as a doornail in a couple of months.
True.
And how can we do that? Get my magic under control? Doesn't seem easy.
Well, that's
With the
usually
souls
a
of the
plotted
innocent.
process. The fever you feel is a result of your mind not being able to handle all of these possibilities, so to speak.
I like this
the
logic.
Ritual the Enderalians practice to get the glance under control is called the Journey to the Water.
Silent
Put
screaming.
frankly,
Okay.
It means 1 year of
Journey to
hour-long
the
meditation,
I have a
bland
thing to say
food,
about that.
and abstinence from anything that makes life worth living. In due time, the Arcanist then learns to filter these other realities from ours, and the fever gets less and less. Anyhow, luckily enough, we Neremes know of a way to quicken that process. A shortcut, if you will. I'm not capable of performing it, but another one of us is. Her name is Lashery, and you should seek her out as soon as possible.
So I gotta be honest, the quality of the video keeps like pooping on and off for me. But no. Here's the thing: when he said "Journey to the Water" and you know the subtitles come up, everything blurred out for a sec, and I don't know. To my eyes, it looked like it said something about booty. So I was very confused, and then he said "Journey to the Water," and the text cleared up, and I was like, "Oh, there's no booty involved." Okay.
Not yet, anyway.
You say that now.
Man,
Yes,
gotta give up some booty.
I expect there to be some booty in our future.
there is booty in the
There's
future.
booty
Don't
in the
worry.
A shortcut.
Anyway.
Isn't there a reason this journey to the water is as lengthy as it is?
There is indeed, and this reason is called ignorance. The Order's
No
rituals
shit.
haven't changed since the Lightborn slipped out of their cradles, and the Keepers do their best to keep anything progressive out of their country. But please, if you're up for a year of austerity and stern-faced magisters scolding you, go for it. I really don't care.
Alright then, I'll do this ritual of yours. Where can I find this Lashery?
She's currently in a ruin called Old Rashengrad, not far from Ark. Just tell her that I sent you. Give me that map of yours. Okay,
No.
now you'd have to be a total idiot to miss it. I'm leaving for the ruin straight away. And you, Joseph, you're going to come with me and show me what your trip to the Sun Coast brought forth. Hopefully, more than a bottle of honey wine and a hangover.
Okay,
Well,
but
you're about to be
Quite a
disappointed.
character, isn't he? But I like him somehow. Here, I owe you this for your help back in Riverville. And in case you're in the mood for a mug of ale and a good chat, just drop by the Dancing Nomad in the Stranger's Quarter.
No, not the
I'll get myself
Dancing
a room there for the
Nomad.
time being.
Oh man, white
With
people
all that
dance.
said, good luck.
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh
I'll
gosh.
see you around.
No one wants to go to the Dancing Nomad. That's where
Did
all
we
the white
already
people
see
dance.
the white people dancing?
No, we did not yet. Not in game. So yeah, all this is during Enderal, you have the chance to deepen your bond with several people. So it's basically these are your loyalty missions, and they only pop up for so long before they will cancel themselves out, and then the rest of them will not progress. We will be doing all of them, so do not worry. All the ones I possibly can for each route. So yeah,
You can't hit them all in one playthrough.
You
Gave you money.
cannot because yeah, he gave me some money and a bunch of teleport scrolls.
Oh boy, a whole $1. Thanks, Jasper.
100 gold is 100 pennies, whatever you want to fucking call
100
it,
pennies.
is the difference between me being able to get a book sometimes and me not being able to get a book to level my skills.
Just steal it.
I can't.
Yeah.
Those aren't just stealable. They're not loose. And I don't have.
Remember, they're consumable items.
Just tap into your sneak skill and disappear in front of their eyes.
I'm not building that in this game.
Listen, it's hard to hide eating a book.
It's hard to hide eating a book when you're 6'2" and just fucking don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Nyx could pull it off.
Nyx is broken.
Nyx could steal a book.
Well, Nyx can eat a book pretty quickly. He doesn't have human teeth.
Yeah, he's got all those fucking razor sharp.
Nyx is known as Jaws in some circles.
Are we going to be talking about Pathfinder stuff?
Oh yes, because it'll be.
Because it's like a big. Yeah, nobody will understand except for us.
Except for us.
That's fine.
It's okay. You can fill the silence with explaining Pathfinder if you must, if you feel like you.
All right. So Pathfinder is a tabletop role-playing game created by Paizo Publishing
Fucking Uni.
in the late 2000s, I want to say.
Yeah, well, I think I can sum it up better. So Pathfinder is an inferior version of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons.
No, it's a superior version of 3rd edition Dungeons & Dragons. You bitch.
Oh,
no.
All anyone needs to
all
know
this
is
shade
that when you
being
start a
thrown.
fight, just say roll for initiative.
Yeah, that's the only answer you need to
That's
give. Roll
not
for initiative. Okay, did I pull up the top I needed? No, I didn't.
Oh, I
Fucking
actually found something really funny on Facebook. Where is it?
It's not that. It's the mistake.
Fighting for your life, it's Shia LaBeouf.
Fighting for your life.
No, it's a fucking. It was a bar sign that someone uploaded a
mom's a
picture
bar
of. She really is.
Yay! Our first very plain armor upgrade.
Cool.
Yeah,
Tavern
that's my
roll.
ones I've smashed.
I like your pirate sleeves.
Oh.
These are very piratey. It's actually, though, I used it for the same reason because it pops up on a different character as their casual.
I like how her butt looks in these pants.
Oh, you're
These things
displacing your organs with that corset.
I really cannot see her butt.
It's there. It's much more prominent. It's the same pants, though, on all of them. Because I chose them because I liked the pattern on them. I thought they looked cool. It's also dark out right now.
I'll be right back.
It's 8:02 at night, so I mean. Oh, wait. I don't want to use the. I'll tap the signpost so I get the XP out of it, but I'm gonna go outside really quick.
You can tap the signpost?
Yeah, the signpost will teleport me around the city. Actually, if I tap them, they give me all these options to move around the city because it is a pretty meaty-sized city, but I don't want to do that quite yet. So I got my. I didn't get my EXP for doing it, did I?
So it says, Tavern rules. Patrons, you shall not pass out on the floors. Designated healers drink free. Over level 18s only. No grappling.
What?
He's oddly specific.
Dwarf tossing is not permitted. No regeneration spells allowed on food and drink. Staves, swords, and bows must be left at the door. No drinking and casting. Familiars and talking weapons must present ID. And At the bottom, the barkeep has initiative.
Well, I'm gonna break the rules of no swords in the tavern and drinking and casting. Because drinking is actually the best way to get mana regen in this game, and I have a bunch of booze in my fucking box. I'm just coming down here because I want to do something, or the merchant's still around. The merchant's still around.
So your
So what's
character
the-
is just gonna be constantly drunk.
Or no, she's gonna be
What's
eating.
the lore reason?
She's literally actually gonna be constantly eating mushrooms because those are the most efficient.
Oh, so she's gonna be high and drunk at the same
She's
time.
gonna be actually. Her diet has changed. These are the best food item to weight and cost and everything. I think.
Donuts.
Pastries.
Yeah.
So she's
Donut.
literally. Her only diet consists of books, pastries, mushrooms, and meat. I think is what it is. It's in my box. I don't have a bunch of it because it weighs a lot more than the mushrooms.
The secret to life.
There, I'm just dropping these ugly clothes here. We'll never come
Sounds
back.
like typical college life, really.
She's gonna gain 200 pounds before this story ends.
She's not gonna gain anything.
Nope. I'm just gonna run it all off. We get all the exercise we need.
You
run
can't
those
just
pastries
eat
off.
unhealthy and then say, I'm gonna run it off.
Trust
Sure
me
you
when I
can.
say this particular character can.
Yeah, this character can, man. I'm insanely broken.
She's a fat fuck is what she is.
Oh shit!
Wow, fuck you too.
Wow, fuck
Damn!
Oh,
Oh gosh, I want to say things. Not.
Say them.
I can't.
Why
I'm
not?
sorry, this pastry life is all. My choice was either the pastries or I was gonna use fish, but I think the fish was a little bit more expensive to maintain. Although I
There's
figured
a plot.
out.
Celery stick!
So what's the lore reason why alcohol gives you magic?
Don't know. I think it's just because you calm down more. I mean, if it's all connected to your brain, this is my theory. If it's all connected to your brain, melting down, basically, the more and more realities you're trying to see, so you bend them into yours.
Tony, have you ever heard of alcohol being referred to as spirits?
Yeah.
Hmm,
It just
good
like
point.
kind of, it's a depressant. It calms you down. So anyway, we'll handle.
Shouldn't alcohol reduce your arcane fever?
No, it does not, though. It just because I think it's because it's temporary versus the
It
ambrosia.
just gets you drunk.
Speaking of ambrosia, I just checked the 23% and just realized I had that. Let's suck down the ambrosia and get that back down to 3. And we'll go talk to Jesper before we go because it's
What
important.
happens if you hit 100%? Do you just die?
Yes, you drop dead.
Yes.
Oh.
I've
You
explained
don't
this.
turn into anything, you just die.
Yeah, you. In your case, you just drop dead. You turn into a corpse. Or it's the game's way of saying you blacked out and went completely and utterly batshit insane. And then ultimately probably died because your friends came and killed you.
You transform into a corpse.
The offer stands.
What's ambrosia made out of?
Okay.
Take care.
What's what?
A nice crispy piece of meat. White dancing!
Oh my god.
Sorry, excuse me.
So.
Oh, it begins.
Ah, yeah.
Oh
are you-
god, it's even stupider than I remember.
Wow.
What are you doing with your arms?
Is this what's hot now?
This is
It's
hot.
hot in the street.
If you just weren't doing that with your arms, it would be fine.
This dance move, this twirling around shit.
This is what's
I
hot
love how
in
they're
the
all also
I
doing
didn't
it
pull out
like
my
perfectly
sword.
in sync.
I didn't mean to pull out my sword, by the way. That was an accident. Hi, Jasper. Ignore me.
They're also dancing perfectly in sync with
They
each
are.
other.
It's pretty magical. I think they're hired by the bar. We're gonna
Spend like a
dance
pansy in the
I
middle of
can
a fucking
smash
room.
it.
This is what your idea of dancing now.
How are you holding up?
Yeah, this
Must
was
have
hot
quite
with the
whirlwind.
kids.
Yesterday, a refugee from another country, and now a prodigy with a magic great enough.
Oh
to
no,
pass
it's
old
starting
bush.
again.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm still trying to make sense of all this.
Good luck with that.
I'm trying to make sense of
Quite
the
curious
white
to see how
dancing.
things keep on with
I
you.
can't
Wow.
do
You're
it.
different.
Thanks.
You'll
I'm
never
not
make
paying-
sense of it.
I'm not paying any attention to what
What do you
Jesper's
make of this
saying.
country
Of course.
life?
Yeah, it's very distracting.
I figure it must be.
Not sure what he's telling me, but somehow it feels like it's his fault.
No, don't look away.
Look,
No.
Somehow all of this feels like it's his
I'm just
fault.
gonna look at that bottle of hot sauce now.
I can't help. I can't help but imagine, like, your character just trying very hard, like they're going out of their way to look
See
at that
about the
lantern
corner of the
instead
eye.
of the people dancing.
And you're like,
And
I'm
just
Like,
just
if you look
Jesper's
at
just
the
like, why are you looking at the lantern?
You're like,
if
have
you look at the
noticed?
dancing, If you look at the dancing, Jesper's voice just becomes more muffled. You can't understand it.
Brain starts to zone out. He's just like, why are you looking at the lantern? I'm like, this is the only way I can pay attention to this conversation. And he's like, oh yeah, that's why I'm looking at the wall.
See, Jesper's desensitized. He's seen white dancing all his life.
Yeah, he
doesn't know any better.
That dead stares from him thinking, why are they embarrassing my people?
So yeah, we'll tell him about recent events, and yeah, you're right about that.
Shoot.
So yeah, tell him everything that you know I did on those 3 weeks I vanished.
Yeah, I can picture that.
Yeah, eggs, right?
You know, this is exactly the reason why I love inns so much. The sky can rain fire out there. In here, you'll always meet laughter and good humor. Not to mention all the good-looking men and women.
That's funny.
I don't know. I only see white dancing.
Some men are not to be scoffed
We'll go with, yeah, you don't feel much of this, all this red madness thing in here, that's for sure.
Yeah, you don't.
Only white
I think
dancing.
I've seen enough of this place by now. Of Enderal, I mean.
The white dancing
There's a
madness.
ship sailing for Calais next morning.
Can't
and as
escape
it
it.
seems,
Just
it'll
see
be
it
the
on
last
the
one for
corner
quite
of
some
the
time to come. Who knows? Maybe they still have a cabin to spare for a handsome treasure hunter.
That wasn't in your lines.
Yeah, don't flatter yourself,
It's-
fucking Jespar.
It's either called it doesn't fit into the actual game's character limit for what it can display, or the VA's improving because something from how it was directly translated actually doesn't make sense when you say it out loud.
Who's this fucking offbeat drummer in the background adding to this madness?
There's 2 of them actually. Oh gosh, I see the other one. Oh.
So wait, what? You want to leave in spite of everything that's happening? And I'm going, this is the most genius plan ever. You should get the fuck out.
Oh well. This entire
Enderal
thing was
sucks
more
balls.
coincidence
People
than
are
planned
stupid.
anyhow. The Order needed someone with skill and discretion, and I was around. End of story. I never
Sounds like
intended to
Second
stick around
Darkness.
much longer. Heck.
Yeah, I just happened to be
Me
there.
as an ambassador of the Holy Order, could you imagine
Story
that?
of my fucking life.
Not one step further, O fair maiden. Drop your garment so we may both bathe in Malphas's holy light.
Evil.
Actually, not that bad.
Excuse
I
me?
think.
No.
Very convincing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're too kind. But you know, at the end of the day, I guess I'd probably lack both the pathos
just
and the
eat your nice
idealism
crisp
for
piece
such
of
a
meat.
profession.
He already did.
You
It's
know,
mostly eat.
I'm aware of how these esteemed keepers up there talk about sellswords like me. I could save 30 virgins from a Myrodon rampage. At the end of the day, they'd always say I did it for the money, because I wanted to bed the women, or whatever. I
Haters
have
gonna hate.
inferior motives. While no matter what their actions end in, they are good guys, because they do things for the right reasons.
Even
If
if
only they'd
they
understand
did
that it's
it to bed the
results that
women,
matter, not intentions.
are they still?
What does the wise hermit
They
say?
hate us because they
Nothing is
ain't
less
us,
important
Jespar.
to be saved than the reason
Actually,
for their
that's
rescue.
accurate because they're pretty
The only
sloppy.
difference between a mercenary like me and a holy warden is that I'm at least aware of the fact that I do what I do for myself.
You're peanut
And no
butter
one
and
else.
jealous.
So what exactly are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that all those heroes and self-declared messiahs are no better than everyone else.
Hey, fuck
In
you,
the
buddy.
end, we are all selfish. Because
Why
most
are
of
you
us are
offended?
forged what we think we have to be like.
Are you a
feel like you're
self-described
projecting just far.
messiah?
From the bandits. But at the end of the day, he does it because he sees himself in a certain light. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of times, it's especially those who think of themselves driven by a higher purpose who are the really dangerous ones.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
They don't understand.
How'd you know I wasn't a dangerous
That
one?
makes them easy to manipulate. The only thing left to do for the capable hate monger or tyrant is to somehow combine his own ambitions with the mental image of this person. And presto, you got your perfect puppet, only waiting to dive into the next hail of arrows for their honor, their religion, or whatever they thought of this time.
Hey, fuck you. Oh,
It's just
never mind.
idiotic, you know?
Yeah.
The world
Gain
would
someone's
be a much better place
scapegoat
if everyone
or
could just
tool.
acknowledge that the only reason we're
Would be
here is
super
that we want
dumb.
to be happy.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. I want to be sad.
Yeah.
Okay, whoops, we'll skip to his
Listen.
mores.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. Happiness
Wanting
is
to be
overrated.
sad is actually the biggest mood, and I will
Wanting
be
to-
right back.
Wanting to be sad is
Tell
why
me
we
what to
play
feel.
Enderal.
Wanting to be sad is what happens when you decide, today's a great day to watch Grave of the Fireflies.
Why did you do that?
Yes.
I still haven't
Exactly
seen
what it is.
that because you people are so adamant that it's that.
I watched
sad.
that for the first time earlier this year, as a matter of fact.
Oh well.
And-
I've never seen
Okay,
it, but I hear it's the saddest.
Okay, we'll wait for you.
Spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler because I mean it's kind of the way the movie starts out. It's like a 5-10 minute spoiler. The entire movie of Grave of the Fireflies is just about like a young boy, talking like 11 or something or 12 years old, and his little kid
Baby
sister just starving to death and post like near
In
like
World War
end
II
of World
Japan.
War II Japan.
Oh,
That's it. The entire movie is just how they just struggled to survive
how
and
they
then
got to
eventually
where
just
they did.
starved to death.
God, that's awful.
It's really sad, but this is how it is because I mean they're just
That's
kids
life.
trying to survive off the land. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they're like their parents were taken from them, and that's what happens. You try to figure it out. You steal some food, and then you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just
Life
what happens.
sucks.
I don't know what you want me to say. That's just what happens.
Life sucks, and sometimes you gotta hold the local merchant at knife point for some books to eat.
Gotta be one step ahead of the.
And if he doesn't have books, butterflies are okay.
Yeah.
No, we've given up the butterfly life. We now are living that sweet, sweet.
Only those
pastry
kids had
life.
learned how to just
I'll never give
survive
up
off the land by
butterfly.
eating butterflies. They would have been fine.
See, I don't feel sadness, so I watched it without shedding a tear.
V, you are a heartless man.
Yes.
It's like V's like I lost my heart after Clan Ed after story.
Oh,
nothing,
God.
nothing will
Yeah,
ever
that's
compare
right.
to that.
That is heartbreak.
I have not seen Clanted. But
Well-
I heard it was pretty sad.
It's quite sad. Did you see Angel Beats, which is what they made after Clan Ed?
Yes, I saw Angel Beats. but
Okay,
there's
then you have an
nothing
idea of how sad.
in Angel Beats.
Angel Beats was sad as fuck.
There is nothing sad in Angel Beats.
What, you crazy?
What was sad about Angel Beats?
Uh,
Remind me, because clearly I missed
Did you finish watching Angel Beats?
Yes.
What the fuck, man? What about the bit where one of like the main girls' terrible like how she got their death stories was some guys just broke into her house while like her parents were away and made her like choose which of her like younger siblings was going to die in order and all this other crazy bullshit. Like it was this is darker and fucked up.
That's just what happens. I don't know what you want me to say.
3.
Uni? Okay, I was like, Uni, what are you doing? Are you okay? I heard something slam.
Uni, get some food for fuck's sake.
He's fine.
I'm definitely done for a while. Go ahead.
Okay.
Drink more beer. You're not done. It's early.
No, get more food. He doesn't
No,
have
I'm a lightweight. 3 cans is enough to
he
get
does
me
not
pretty
have
trashed.
tolerance. It's like me and the wine coolers where like you can feed me 2 and I'm fucked.
Like, I've got Scottish blood, which makes it extra weird that I'm a lightweight.
Because you don't drink all the time, Uni.
That could be it. Yep.
That's called, your blood's just like, I can't do this. What the fuck? Her liver is confused.
I'm gonna say this for the sake of
And
your
yet,
sanity
oddly at home.
and for your health and to save you trouble tomorrow. Please
Stop.
get some food and water in you.
Oh, yeah, I've got some chips here.
He's ready
and
to
water.
go. He's not stupid.
See, every now and
Yeah, I've definitely had like I've had the bad hangover before where it's just like I'm too dehydrated and my whole body hurts. And so I'm prepared to deal with that this time.
No, I'm gonna show you what I was responding to.
I like to think I should say that's sad because everyone else thinks it's sad, but I don't feel anything.
You don't feel.
I mean, it's probably got something to do with the fact that it's like Studio Ghibli, and it's like, oh, he makes like really nice, lighthearted fantasy things.
No.
Yeah.
And
I took
also
my-
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, I took my
Okay,
kids
but
to go
Uni,
see Ponyo. It was a great time.
You just said a thing that kind of irritates me. Studio Ghibli is not exclusively Hayao Miyazaki work.
Isn't it owned by Disney now? Too?
No.
I thought the Ghibli was just Miyazaki's.
No, it is not. The man who directed Grave of the Fireflies was Isao Takahata. Get your facts straight!
I don't know
I know
about
it's more
Japanese Disney.
Also, Disney didn't buy them out. They just have the rights to distribute the Ghibli material.
They're American. Oh yes, you can sell our stuff. If I'm getting that correct.
Eventually, Disney is gonna.
You
buy
can
them.
call it Disney and sell it.
Hi.
Jax came back! We can continue!
Yes, I'm here.
Hey,
Yes.
Oh, is that where we stopped? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why we stopped. We were waiting for Jax to come back. So, what you're saying is, in the end, V, what the fuck are you saying?
That he's a heartless monster.
Oh, we know
No,
that.
I'm saying eventually Disney's gonna buy them, and we all know this.
Eventually, Disney's gonna buy everything.
Eventually,
Yes.
Disney's going to fucking kill EA and then take over the top spot as
Listen, that might be an improvement.
We
Disney's
don't
gonna
know.
I think it would be an improvement.
Dragon.com. Disney's gonna buy Pornhub.
The moment
Disney's gonna buy Pornhub?
Seek bliss and
Oh, that'll be amazing.
Wise Hermit likes to say. And believe me, once you realize that that's how people just work, life is a lot better.
Is it though?
No.
Is it?
I want to be sad. Let me be sad, damn it. Don't tell me what to feel.
But you have some kind of goal in your life, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I do. And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be
that's
able to
not-
enjoy a good glass of wine or an exciting night from time to time.
If you don't have a goal, you're destined to fail.
Just to be clear, what you're saying is that we're all egotists, even the people others call heroes.
Blaze,
Heroes
it sounds so
with an
dramatic.
E.
Doing something for your own sake doesn't make you selfish.
Just sell everything with a Y.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically that's it.
With an extra U.
How can you be so sure there's no other purpose in our life, no other reason for our existence?
I don't know. Call it a feeling. But if there is such a thing as a universal point to our lives, then I'm pretty sure we won't find it within the pre-digested philosophies or religions most people believe in. And hey, I'd be the last one to reject this great truth if she were to knock on my door, naked and tits jiggling. But until then,
I like
my
this
own
guy.
Okay, we'll go back to
This
the
guy
responses.
appeals to me.
Okay, so there's sense in that, I'll admit it.
Really? I was half expecting you to throw insults at me. That's what people usually do when I tell them that.
I do that.
But I guess life is full of
You were doing it the
surprises.
entire time?
I'll do it again.
Anyway, I'll take my leave now.
It's okay, we know you like the other way.
I very much enjoyed our talk. But the ship to Kile.
No, I
is
just
before
never
the
knew
first
that
Cox
his
tomorrow,
thought
and I
process
want some more
was that
time
of
to
a
think
piece
about
of
it.
shit.
For what it's worth, wouldn't mind you stay. City needs more good-looking mercenaries. I mean, it's gonna burn down if I'm here.
Well, it most recently gained a good-looking Aramese woman. Maybe that'll make up for it.
Oh,
Your chin
you.
Remember, I can suplex you through the floor. I am a
Maybe
god.
that's
Don't forget.
maybe that's why he said it.
I mean,
Okay, oh yeah, take it away.
Wait a minute. You're an outlander, aren't you?
I'll come back and talk to you later,
Oh.
not right now, no!
You're an asshole, aren't you?
Airbender? What?
we don't need this side quest right now.
Well, that's actually the side quest we're gonna be doing in the first break, though. If I don't go, oh yeah, I just want to do a touching effigy again, because I love the touching effigy.
Sontive motherfucker.
Cat, why are you waving your tail around like
I don't
you're
know if you
pissed
were-
off? You're the one that wanted on my lap.
I don't know if you were there for that one, V, but it was the one that I did do a side quest originally on screen, which is the one with the painter. The painter lady.
Never heard of her.
Yeah, I don't think you were there. I think it was like a low night. I think we only had like Uni, Mare, and Ray.
I do
Maybe
remember
not.
the painting.
Yes, the
I
painting.
do.
Yes, I was there for the painting.
And I
So
know
Ray, how often does your bird poop on your shoulder?
All the time.
There's no way to stop it, basically?
Sometimes if I catch her squatting, I can like direct her butt somewhere else.
Ah.
Sometimes like, I'll like egg her onto my hand so I can get her to poop right on top of the tissue. It's fine.
Because that's what that's one of the things that's holding me back from bird getting.
I mean, it depends on the bird. Usually what you can do is you just keep a towel over your shoulder. But I know some people actually train their birds to like dogs, like poop on a command word type of thing.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Jax and me
but-
both went to the same spot. Like,
But some people do that, and some people just have birds that don't poop on them. It's
Sometimes
It
birds
probably
care.
just depends on the bird.
It really does depend on the bird.
You know, say what you will about cats not caring about you, but cats will usually not poop on you.
The cat.
You say that.
Usually. Usually.
On everything you love.
Very much pissed at
My
you.
dude, you say that, but my cat Fuzzy, the black cat I have, he's very vocal about when he thinks we do something wrong. And I say vocal, but really, it's more like he likes to poop everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
If you feed him late, guess what? Poops on the bed.
I need to wait till daytime. I need to rest to
If you feed him in the wrong spot, poops in the hallway. He poops everywhere when he's pissed off at you, and that's quite often these days.
He doesn't poop on you.
No, but he's pooped on somebody's pillow.
Everything you love.
And I've had
He just decides not to use the litter box anymore. He's like, fine, I'm just going to shit wherever.
Yeah, I've definitely when my cat Puddinhead was starting to get real skinny and real old, and he would just start peeing on all sorts of things.
Because they're angry all the time.
He really enjoyed peeing on electrical things.
Oh, God.
Ah, lovely.
He never seemed to electrocute himself, but he always would aim for the
sockets. Or something?
No, not the sockets, but like the adapters, like the power bars.
Oh,
that you would buy.
Yeah, those
Surge
things.
protectors.
Yeah,
Surge
and I don't know
protectors
why.
and power strips.
Maybe it felt nice. I don't know. Maybe he liked the sound of it going like.
Maybe it was like his ASMR.
Oh, God.
Not a good idea. You could have burned the house down. Poor
He
guy.
doesn't know that. He's a cat.
I agree with the kid in this case. My ASMR is also near death.
I also have at least a point, maybe 3 different times of cats having to pee on my lap.
Mm.
Literally
See-
come onto my lap, get comfy, and then look me dead in the eyes and start peeing.
You see, cats have only ever peed on me once, and this was when they were little baby kittens and they slept on my bed. And
then
one
they
morning,
just don't know better.
Yeah, they just don't know better. I just woke up in the morning and I felt cold and I was covered in pee. And at that point I said, you know what? I think you guys are big enough to get out of my room.
Okay, so
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh my God! It's happening.
I've been waiting to introduce them for so long. It's time. So you were.
It's the babies.
Always curious what my favorite model in this game is. Favorite thing they did in this game, and it was indeed what they did with the dragon models. They made their own thing out of it. So I would like to introduce you to the fluffy babies. This is a Myrad.
Oh, wow.
He's got 4 eyes, but he is
What great big eyes you have.
soft
Giant
and
goat
goaty
dragon monster.
and
He's got
feathery.
Satan eyes.
Feathery, and he's soft, and he just looks at you all gentle. And when things attack nearby, he runs away because he's scared, because he's tamed and everything. And he's
That
just
is
so
not
cute.
a Silk Strider.
Although there is a random wild one out there, and that one will fuck your day up. So yeah.
Oh, God.
They were combat capable. They can kill you, but this one's a nice one, and this is what they ride around in all their towers. This is our fast travel.
Such a nice, well-trained
Oh, this
abomination.
is the fast travel?
Yep.
It's got the eyes of Satan.
Walk blessed, friend. Where you headed?
Seems like you have issues with goats.
Yeah. So could
Oh
you
yeah, I do.
could you tell me something about these creatures, Myra?
About Myrids. What is there to tell? They're beautiful animals, majestic and
Oh
wild,
fuck
and
no.
dangerous if you're lucky enough to run into an untamed one. In the time before the Blood Moon Revolt, a long time ago, tame Myrids like this one here was a really rare sight. Nowadays, though, they're pretty common, at least here at Enderal. Pity, somehow.
You know, I think that's okay.
That guy's got a cold.
Why pick?
Ah, I guess that sounds stupid, but I sometimes long for the
I don't
times
like his
my
accent.
grandfather lived in.
Being a
I don't
Myra
like your
warden was
accent.
far more prestigious back then.
Sorry,
You
I
interfered
didn't
with
mean that.
sublime
That
or
was
keepers.
automatic.
Nowadays, well, you can guess. Riding a Myra has become as ordinary as riding a mule. But
don't even
who
have
might
an
complain?
I don't know. There's something about it I don't like.
Probably because he might be one of the German DAs that came over for the English side because they could speak English.
Yeah, it sounds like
Maybe?
fake, a guy trying to hide his German accent.
Yeah, really hard. There is a good case of the German DA being shared, which I will tell you exactly who that is because we might meet them this episode. We don't know.
Do they have a German accent?
They
Oh
do
god.
not. They do not. They are a plot critical character actually.
Yeah, he's super good. He's got a really good voice. I remember.
Fantastic. And he's,
Listen, it can be fantastic, but I love German accents.
And the VA is also dead, which is disappointing. It's very
Aww.
sad. He died. He passed.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's a shame.
that's the VA that died.
that is so unfortunate.
Yeah. I see.
But his voice will live on, yeah?
I see. And how exactly does the flying part work? How do the Myrads know where to go?
Oh, well, that's hard to explain. They communicate by clicking sounds. I, as a warden, have been trained to hear them, but you probably can't. And through those clicking sounds, I also tell them where you want to go before you mount them. Obviously, that only works for routes that the Myrat already knows by heart.
Okay, well, we'll move on. We need to go.
Sure. Where to?
And I already can't remember what this one is, so we might have to cancel really quick. It's not either of these. What the fuck one is it? It's not the border, I know that. That's not Western Cliff. Is it Northern? It might be Northern. We'll find out in a second.
Time for the amazing Myrid riding cutscene.
Which does not exist. They could not make it work. They tried. And other people have also tried to make it work, but they exist and they do move around and stuff, and I'll try to aggro stuff into one eventually.
Okay.
So they run away and hide.
They're not aggressive.
The tamed ones are not. There is the wild one out there. There is a wild one. It is in the desert. You will wander
Of
up
course
a
it would be in the desert. It would be in the desert.
You wander up a hill, like, innocently looking for, like, oh, there's a mushroom up there I see, or a box up there I see.
I wonder if those fucking bird eggs are over there.
No, they are not. They're not by that. It's just a bunch of fucking very angry and fast cats.
I know, I was making a joke.
Listen, if the eggs were there, it'd be fantastic, though, because everybody's just like, fuck that! Yes, the right one. Okay, so we'll do our hurt save, actually, when we... Because we're gonna go already progress, because we're not stopping until we get to a pause point, because forgot stories when I'm going soon. Did I kill this bear on the road, by the way, already? Oh, mushrooms! Man, mushrooms!
Ooh, shrooms!
Oh god, the fly buzzing sounds.
It's okay, it was just the...
You ever wander around in the middle of the summer and just like run straight into a swarm of mosquitoes?
God!
Here's the bear.
Ooh,
Yes.
There's the bear.
I mean, you're talking about every
Oh,
summer
so-
here in Florida, so...
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Though surprisingly, this summer hasn't been bad.
You know, that was...
Yeah,
that
because
was,
they all came up here.
Good, keep them.
We had mosquitoes the size of quarters.
Yeah, we had those too last year.
No.
You can keep them.
Okay, and here's my favorite trick, which I went up the entropy tree just to get this again. So, one of the best ways to refuel on health and mana and everything is a little skill here called Devour Soul, which, you know, just does this, you know.
Devour souls. It's no big deal. It's healing magic.
You know, just...
Oh my god.
explodes
Holy
it into
shit.
goo.
Oh.
That's why entropy isn't really liked. They do shit like that.
You
That's
have
not
consumed
entropy, that's
the-
light magic. That's
You
healing
ha-
magic.
You have obtained the power of the bear by ingesting its soul.
I am now bear.
You now have the soul of the bear, of the blood of the demon.
Hold on, I know there's stuff over here.
Druids.
So we're coming up to these ruins, and there's a camp over here that I noticed, and oh, the guys aren't here. Where are they? I thought I'd get attacked. Maybe I killed them when I was grinding when I ran by? I don't remember. Oh well, I'm gonna loot their chest anyway.
Loot.
And now you wonder why I end up having to scratch my head and go, wait, that isn't right. Every fucking time we go through the whole entropy and healing shit and how
Yeah,
it's
for some
considered
reason,
light.
life absorption is light magic, and it makes no sense. Also, Uni, this is when we meet your waifu, remember?
Oh!
Yeah, she's...
Oh, it's her.
Yeah, it's her. That's her.
By the way, how big is the Enderal map compared to the Skyrim map?
I want to say around the same scale, and it's got
Really?
It might
Yeah,
be.
that'd be a
Because
lot.
there's a lot of
Slightly
sections that
smaller.
you don't see. There might be a lot less dungeons, but the overall world map is the same.
Yeah, I think the world map is relatively the same. They just changed a few things.
And there's a lodge. No, it's not relatively same because the world map. Hold on, go back up. This is. This is what the world map looks like. It's like that.
Well, I meant like landscape-wise.
Well, landscape-wise, yeah, it's way changed because this is ice down here and this is fucking desert down here. You go through all the environments that they could stuff in. My favorite's
It's
the gold.
mostly empty.
Okay, so yeah, we're coming into this ruin. It's deserted. You were told there were going to be people here, so it's kind of like, huh.
It's spoopy.
It's real spoopy. It's just like, what the fuck, and I'm gonna...
There's supposed to be a magic lady in here to help us learn about how to not die.
Oh gosh, a skull!
Make us less
You
sick.
never said there were skeletons in here!
What is that glowy thing?
Oh, they're little crystals. Don't worry, they're so pretty. Let's try to take one.
Glowstones.
I feel like bad things will happen.
From there, now!
Oh,
Excuse me?
thanks,
Holy
buddy.
shit!
By the prophet's ass! 1 second later, and I would have been scraping your remains off the floor.
Oh, you know.
Babe!
What blazes are you doing
I
here
love
anyway?
her voice.
What the heck was that? And where did you suddenly come
Can't
from?
even see her.
It's too dark.
We can't see her. She's just like pretty much black right now.
It's because
I can see this.
And concerning
I can
the
see her
explosion,
silhouette.
You
She's in the
stepped
dark.
right into a Kiranian dust crystal. Get a little too
can
close
see the outline
and
of her
wait a
boot.
little too long.
It's a bit-
You'll
yeah,
have your
it's-
ass blown around your
it's
ears.
a very
An
sexy
explosion
silhouette.
That would put any cannon to shame.
I was sent by a mage named Constantine. Are you last year?
Lashiri? Oh my. The
course
fellow
not.
really isn't one for names, is he? I'm Lashari, but never mind that.
Barely a
At least it proves
difference.
you're not lying.
That's not the
Anyhow,
difference between
I hope
Joseph
you're
and
not the
Jasper.
backup I asked for. I was hoping for someone more, impressive.
Is it because your boobs are small in comparison to hers?
Probably. Also, she might be taller than I'm jealous. Or jealous I'm taller. I got those words out of order.
I thought you'd be taller, bitch.
And you're like,
She's strawberry and jelly.
No, Constantine said that you could perform some kind of ritual on me to help control my magic.
Is that so? Indeed. You have some uncontrolled magic inside you. And quite a lot of uncontrolled magic. Not bad. I've never felt anything like this before. Very well. If Constantine insists, I will perform the ritual on you. But it'll have to wait, since I'm up to my neck in this shit, as you've probably noticed.
Yeah, you're setting bombs.
Short version or long version? Which do you prefer?
The more I know, the better. Tell me the long version.
Fine. I suppose you already know that that is me, my assistant, 2 arcanists, and 4 keepers, are here to do research on, well, on something, which is exactly what we've done these past weeks. But, as I went upstairs to get something a couple hours ago, I suddenly heard screaming and the clanging of metal coming from downstairs. As I looked for cover, I saw these 2 shapes in red robes vanishing into the lower parts of the ruin. I have no idea who they are or why they're here.
Oh god,
But
it's
to
the
me,
Oblivion
they
cult.
look like mercenaries.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
Damn it,
lovely.
Mythic Dawn.
esteemed
Not really.
friends
Yeah,
and
it's-
colleagues
game.
and my assistant are
Not
still
really,
down
but
there,
they use their model.
together with our research, and I want them back. And
Do
before
you want
ask,
them back
yes, you
alive?
can help me. You'll have to, actually, if you want me to tame your magic.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have a chance fighting the mercenaries by myself, but the 2 of us might be able to do it, provided you can defend yourself, which I'm quite sure you can. What do you say? Are you ready?
Oh, what exactly is this research you've been doing here?
Oh, that's hard to explain. But part of it is finding the answer to the universal question. Why do some people have the nerve to ask irrelevant questions when shit is going down around them?
Oh!
We can do this whole, who are you and what are you doing here thing if you want to. But this really
Spirit
isn't the time.
animal.
I think this is the perfect time for you to.
Why are you
explain
wasting your time,
exactly
Karga?
what's going on.
Exactly how many mercenaries are we talking about?
No idea. But I don't think there are more than a dozen. Also, they don't anticipate any resistance, which is to our advantage.
Alright, let's go.
Fine.
Okay, so you and me versus
keep your
a
weapons
dozen or
ready.
so
I
people.
think I just heard
That's fine.
footsteps
I
down
can
there.
kick their asses solo.
Easy. She kicks wolves in
Karate,
the
I'll
face.
kick your ass.
There's her butt,
Let's
by the
go.
way, Uni. There it goes.
Yay.
But.
Hold on, I'll do some things really quick. We'll pop this first.
That's thick.
I hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go.
Where's my? I'll be better suited with Frost in here. Let's go.
She's got weaponized thickness for the forces of good.
It actually is the Mythic Dawn model.
Yes, it is. They use those ropes. Oh, they just exploded.
Wow.
We're at that stage of the game that I'm that
All right.
over-leveled. Oops. I forgot.
All right.
Oh well.
Magic is
When-
very effective.
Take their souls, all of them.
When she's in the
All the
light.
soul.
Okay, now look at her. Ah.
Shit. Sorry, she's moving.
By the prophet's ass.
Yeah.
I don't believe
She
it.
likes to say that a lot.
She's really focused on the
Really into the prophet's ass.
Yes.
What?
Their orders. My assistant Sev. It seems he's
Are
the
you gonna
reason
take
these
their
fuckers
souls
managed
now,
to take us
Gorka?
by surprise.
No, I'm not hungry.
You're my favorite.
Oh, she's so pretty.
She's stacked.
She's alright.
You have my sympathy. V is waiting for his waifu.
Save it for Sev when I shove this.
I like
staff
her
in his
more
ass
than
and
Jesper.
Fire a thunderbolt.
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
Yeah, she doesn't fuck around. I like her too. I like all the snarky shits actually in the story.
I
like
am
Jasper.
quite
I like
attracted to
Jasper's
her.
snark.
That was
I like
not
the
snark.
fact that she. I like Jasper's snark, and I like the fact that she takes no bullshit.
She does not.
Can you smell that?
She also
That's
swears.
fire. So these guys really are trying to destroy our research.
Fire?
We have to do something. You're
Oh
adept
no,
at
not
magic.
fire.
Take this spell.
Fire,
Use
the
it to
journey
put out
of
the
water?
fires.
This sucks.
If I'm
Fire.
right, the mercenaries are trying to destroy the stone fragments, and we have to stop them. You take the lower part of the ruin. Try to save as many stones as you can.
Okay.
Trying to
I'll
destroy
take the upper
stone
part,
with fire?
and when
No,
it's all
you're trying to
done, we'll
save
meet
them
here
from
again.
the fire.
No, like they're trying to destroy stone
One
with
more
fire.
thing.
Because they're
If you
delicate.
should find my assistant Sev down there, try to take him alive and bring him to me. I want to take care of him myself. Okay? Then let's get going.
You better do exactly what she says, Gorka.
I do it every time. It's not my fault her assistant runs away.
And becomes a little bitch.
He just bitches out. Just never seen again.
Can you paralyze him?
You cannot. You can't do anything to him. You just teleport to us.
So
That's,
he
like,
is
scripted.
actually a little bitch.
Yes.
Alright, so are you separate from her for a little while?
Wanting headphones.
Because I've got to probably get some more carbs for myself.
You want to get I'm separate for her for the rest of these killing these guys and setting off fires. So go get them. Her.
Alright.
I will not take me that long. Move, move.
At the rate that she's going through them, you have
I'm
about 30 seconds.
going to get a drink, but I'm taking you guys with me.
I can't fucking aim. I'm trying to fucking pull them.
You have no choice.
Fatality!
You have no choice in this matter, V. You're coming with me.
Put me down!
No.
I'm helping you, you fucking crybaby. Oh, hi!
Fucking stop, drop, and roll.
There you go. Bye. I gotta leave. I'm being slashed to death. Excuse me.
Excuse me, I didn't
How are you
swallow
being-
enough souls.
How the fuck are you dying when you're level 27?
Because I'm still light armor and I don't have my proper spell.
She's still squish. She just has high DPS.
I'm gonna pause for just a second. Just for enjoyment's sake, I upped the difficulty level to expert. Actually,
So I may get
exclusively to
stuck on
avoid
the
these-
elevator.
Oh no.
If I get stuck on the elevator, I'm just gonna cry.
You want some of this mercenary? Punk bitch!
Okay, hold on. We're gonna put oh no, we have some bread. We'll put that in our mouth first. Oh hi, we're just on fire really bad.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
It's okay. It's fine.
This girl is on fire!
Shut up.
Win shit! There you go.
Heck up.
Well, you know,
There's a lot of people on fire in this building.
please excuse me. I'm busy.
Oh yes, I love how the last
I can kill you now, I'm busy. Oh wow, I can't see because I'm on fire. He might kill me because I can't tell where I am.
Oh, so that's how they were doing it. It was this one guy.
Yeah, fatality!
More fatality. Oh, just
Knocks them off the staircase.
Okay, hold on, where's the moon carrot? I'm also covered in blood now, don't mind me. We'll turn on my mage light actually. Where is it?
It's fine, it's fine. Blood is sexy, you're fine.
I'm a sexy woman covered in blood. Oh! Thank you for your soul gems. You know, don't mind me. I'm just soaked head to toe in blood all over my clothes. It won't stain. Oh, there's some teleport scrolls, and I'll steal not the silver bowl. That's just too weighty for me. I don't like 0.5 because it's annoying. Okay, we can go now. Is Uni back yet? Because he might be back just in time for his waifu.
Uni!
He's not back yet.
I heard something moving on what sounded like his end. I will pause it while his... Actually, no, we won't pause it. His waifu is... There we go. Uni, you're just in time.
Well, I don't think she's back yet.
I hear his cans.
That's Uni.
Or not.
Oh, what time?
Hey, girl.
Yeah, she's here now. I paused a little for you.
Thank you.
We can't talk to her until her thing actually locks in and she wanders. Hi!
Well, I'll be damned. That's what I call good timing. I take it you were successful? What about the fragments? Did you save them?
Yeah, I did.
No.
They're all safe.
All of them? Call me a pregnant Lyran. You really are good at what you do. You won't regret it.
What does that even mean?
They're
Like you
monsters.
said. Did you find
Or
him?
creatures. Pack animals. I did, yeah. He teleported out like a bitch.
Fuck. That little shit. I was hoping I could
know,
make
right?
him tell us who's behind all this. Well, whatever. No use crying over spilled milk, I guess.
Milk.
What's your name, anyway?
Shut
Missed all this. I don't have time for formalities.
I'm Nara Stormblood, the butterfly eater. Pleased to meet you.
You're pleased? Well, that's good to hear.
I mean, the voices in my head are really
I
pleased.
actually had the feeling that I was a little rough.
This
on you.
one in Just particular.
Sorry for that, really. Sometimes I just have a short fuse. Anyway, let's talk about the reason you're here.
Okay.
For starters, tell me how you managed to get the old ranter to trust you. That doesn't happen very often.
It's a long story, and we tell her about everything that's happened.
I've got time.
And then I tell her.
Fade to black.
Yeah,
Fade to black.
It fades to black every single time your story comes up because it's like we're not recapping this all for you.
And I get that, but I kind of wish they didn't
And
necessarily
that's
have
how
to fade to
Jasper and I
black.
stopped being a fling once I met you.
The magic of swordplay in such a short time?
Uni, put it away.
That's fascinating.
Put it away.
to say
That wasn't me. That was David.
That was David.
Put it away, you
If I
freak!
understand correctly, you
I
foresaw
know,
the death of the two
no,
apothecaries?
No, I'm too crush on this gal.
Yes, and I know how crazy all of this sounds.
It does indeed. But hey, who am I to judge? Here you are, the mysterious stranger who appeared out of thin air and, without much fuss, took out an entire group of sellswords. And even
I
better,
like her.
now you tell me that these skills come from studying magic for only a couple of weeks, and that you can
3.
see the future. You certainly are full of shit.
I beg your pardon?
Not you, sorry. I mean, I just had a strange thought. But no, that would be crazy. Way too unlikely.
Well, unlikely isn't a stranger these days. What do you mean?
Well, I'd like to speak freely, but I'm bound to my agreement with the Holy Order. However, I will tell Constantine and old Aranthiel about my theory. And you will probably have to be patient until the latter decides to put you in the picture. Sorry. But if my idea is correct, then we'll be in a position to really kick ass. Anyway, hold still for a moment. Ready? Alright, let's do this. Don't worry, it'll just tickle a bit.
Oh no, is she gonna Kamehameha us now?
Give me all of your energy!
She killed us.
No, just almost killed us. It was very painful.
Is this the Mother 3 version of getting your psi powers?
It was kinda.
No.
Are you alright?
On the 3 bushes,
That
you
wasn't
haven't
on purpose. Really.
That's
Did you just drop me on my
Never
skull?
mind.
Oh my. You really do look terrible. I will make this right, I promise. I have no idea what just happened. The ritual isn't exactly harmless, but normally you shouldn't feel more than a weak tickle at most, regardless of how it goes down. But, maybe this has something to do with the strangeness of your aura. I already said this, but it's so different.
You're not the first one to tell me that. There was actually an old lady in Weverville that's crazy that tells you this also. It's a specific color, I can't remember what it is, but it's the aura of the dead and the dying, as she says. But I already did her quest because we were speed running now because we went to get out before Forgotten Stories. What exactly do you mean?
It's hard to explain. Somehow
The dead don't have an aura.
complex and cold, maybe. But hey, I'm probably just out of practice. It worked, and that's what matters. The
Oh,
fever
well, if it
will
worked,
settle
that's
down
fine.
to an
Yeah.
endurable level, and maybe even vanish if you're
All
careful.
she did was drop you on your
And
skull.
now I suggest you return to Constantine. I will get the stones to safety in the meantime.
She made you think about your life.
You need anything else? If not, see you later. We're going to meet again. I can feel it.
So what are these stone fragments good for? You never told.
Well, put simply, they're supposed to protect us. But old Oranthiel will tell you more about it later.
Oh, well, okay then. Well, I guess I'll see you around and deal with my pounding migraine.
Take care.
She also never healed me. I'm just sitting here dying. It's okay.
Not only a migraine, but also a concussion.
I'm a little fucking...
Yeah, sorry, I really didn't mean to
Okay,
knock you unconscious
hello.
and drain you of almost all your life. You can walk it off though, right?
Yeah, you
Okay,
just
bye.
you open up your backpack and just stuff a book and a fucking pastry in your mouth and you're like, I'm good.
Alright, but I'm actually gonna head off now because I'm falling asleep and I'm not gonna fight it.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
sorry.
You get rest, Ray.
Sorry
Ray.
for leaving early.
It's fine, you left early last time too.
It's true, but it was almost at the end, so I didn't feel like I missed out on much.
Yeah, it was just the
This,
last
I think you guys are gonna keep going for a bit, but I can't. I'm about to knock out.
Yeah, I'm feeling at least another hour or two coming up.
Yeah, probably.
Before we wrap up.
I'm gonna try to get us burn us to the end of this story arc, because this is still technically part of the first one.
Yeah. But I'll catch up on the video whenever you put
It's
it up.
time for number 4.
See ya.
Because if we
Good
get
night,
to
Ray.
the end of the bye night, Ray. If we get to the end of the story arc, we meet Mee's waifu. I don't know what I just picked up, by the way. I just grabbed it.
Your wife was trash.
Your wife was trash.
My waifu is trash, but at least I acknowledge he's trash.
In fact, he acknowledges he's trash.
Yeah, I mean, the entire group looks at him and goes trash, and he's like, yeah, that's right, I'm trash.
Is it Jaspar?
Yes.
He accepts
That's
his
my
place as
favorite
trash,
one, because
Lord.
he's the fucking one that's just like, yeah, fuck everything, fuck that.
I-
Fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I here dealing with this holy order stuff when
Why
I'm
do
not
I
the
have
kind of person who should?
feelings? I repressed all of those.
Oh god. Long-term relationships are so scary. Because I'm a mercenary and everyone will die. What?
No, it's fine. He can say that. That's fine because we're gonna lock in on Kalia. We're just gonna terrify V that we might do otherwise if he makes me mad. Because I will be doing
You
just bars.
can't terrify me. I don't feel any.
Because we'll be doing just bars for when Forgotten Stories comes out. Okay, you go, I think it's, just back to the city. We go back to the Sun Temple. Oh wait, why am I talking to you? I don't need to talk to you. I have a scroll. I don't need to pay you anything.
I don't need
You
your...
almost act as though I have a deep spiritual connection to my wife.
You realize that you are taking food out of that fluffy baby's mouth by teleporting.
Okay, yeah, but, he probably eats all my butterflies too.
You're just...
Also, Jaspar gave me all these teleport scrolls for a reason, so I'm just gonna use them so they don't clog up my inventory. Because teleport scrolls are very convenient.
So, David.
Yeah, what's up?
when you were drunk,
Uh-oh.
you were just right up against the mic, talking as loudly as humanly possible
It
for
was
quite a long time.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was.
It was the best part of the night.
It was. Yeah. No.
Was
Yeah.
the-
It was. It was great, but it was also like 5 times louder than you usually are. So I hope I'm not doing that.
You're not doing that. You sound like you've actually like started lounging and moved farther away from your mic.
And
oh, really? I don't know. It's
angry, which, you know, kind of had me worried.
It's probably because I'm wearing like this new headset mic now. It's me like really close, but I'm not really
Close.
used to like which setting, like how far away from my mouth it really needs to be to
He's learning.
come through clearly.
You're coming
So-
through perfectly right now.
Yeah, this is fine. I was trying to keep it at this angle, but
Okay, where are you, Constantine? Oh yeah, that's right. You're in your room. This is a really.
I'm
awkward.
sure when I was doing the like gruff, growling TK voice when I was drunk, it was much louder.
Isn't the prodigy?
I can't see you. Hold on. Give me a second. Let my blind eyes do something. I'm not stabbing you. I'm
if
just.
it isn't the prodigy, well,
Look, we have light now. Isn't it nice?
No.
Oh, I should mention that if TK had accepted going
Pathlessness.
Wanna hear the
the
song?
queen's help
Yeah.
when it came to turning into a werewolf and being somewhere safe, she would have just cast temporal stasis on him and frozen him in time until the full moon was over.
Oh, that would have been
Cool.
kind of cool, but awful.
Wherever
That's
not awful at all.
really awful.
It's not
Yeah, he
awful
gets
at all.
to-
It solves the problem.
We should.
Well,
He gets to live 2 days later than he normally would. Actually, no, he doesn't, because Kaiden kills him.
Yeah, he gets wiped off by somebody else, not by old. So Lashari performed the ritual on me. There were problems in old Rashengrad.
yes, I know. She's already told me everything. Good work. Even though part
What?
of her report seemed to be a bit enthusiastic. But I'll leave the judgment to Aranthiel. He wants to talk to you anyway. Seems you've caught his interest.
How the fuck did she already tell him?
Probably
She's a magic.
teleported, also.
Magic!
Oh.
I mean, I stole only a couple of her scrolls. I probably didn't steal all of them. So tell me again, who exactly is Aranthiel? Because I want to hear Constantine.
Didn't I tell you that already? He's the highly esteemed, holy Grand Master of the Order, Tilor Aranthiel, son of
Holy
Loris
Grand
the
Master
First.
is a badass
Praised be his name.
Come on.
An old legend, risen from the dead, or something like that.
I'm not sure I want to be a part of all this. Whatever it is you're searching for. I mean, I kind of came here. Oh, my light went out. I kind of just came here to, live my life. And not deal with Navrin's bullshit.
I love
Oh
how
yes?
this whole
Well then
time...
listen carefully. Lucy probably hasn't told you, but the ritual was as dangerous for her as it was for you. In other words, she and all of us have risked a lot for your healing. Also, she seems to see something special in you. Heck knows why, but she does. So at least have the decency to listen to what Aranthiel wants to tell you. He is in the Emporium of the Temple. Just tell the guard who you are, and they will let you in. Ah yes, before I forget, my dame Lucy has left a token of gratitude for you. It's your choice. Do you want a book, an old map, or a bag of pennies?
And you can say whatever you want. I'm gonna pick my book.
Very well. Now get a
Obvious.
move on. I'm sure we'll talk again later.
Who the fuck would want a bag of pennies? That's
Because
what your
that's the
grandma
money.
gives you.
But it's not
Okay,
as good as this book. What were you saying, Mare?
I was gonna say, I love how the whole time the conversation was going, Constantine was just sitting there, staring at you judgingly while just munching on his half loaf of bread.
To be honest, my character was probably standing there eating her mushrooms. She's like, 2 of us can play this game. I will win because I am the scarier one. Anyway, we're gonna actually put up Constantine. Hold on.
Prodigy.
She's not scared at all. She almost got fucked up by the mythic dawn.
Yeah. Who in the temple's party order, by the way? I'm having trouble telling you apart.
Oh, don't tell Lucy that. Altogether, it's her, Yuslan, me, and 2 acolytes.
There's another major mage.
Yuslan is probably the most gifted entropist of the civilized world. And I doubt there's anyone who knows more about the Pyreans than Lucy.
Okay, then, actually I'll do this because I don't know how much you guys are read. Tell me more about your order's history. Who are you exactly, and how did you come to be? Because they're never me's side. They are the ones that overthrew the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you really need me to answer that? Just take a look around. There are all sorts of great historical writings on us here. We're a bunch of bloodthirsty heretics who followed Theodore Aranthiel's deluded son into the war against the gods, who gloriously defeated us in the Battle of Zaramar. Naratzul was locked into an old tower, and those of us who remained cowardly fled into the Neremese mountains, and have since then terrorized and plotted against the poor people of the civilized world by all means necessary. Oh, and did I forget to mention that we eat babies for breakfast? Well, now I have.
Wouldn't surprise me, this is Enderal.
Did I touch a nerve there?
Sorry. I suppose I just shouldn't have read that much Enderalian literature on the subject. If there's someone who deserves an award for biased misrepresentation of the facts, it's the buffoons who run this place.
And since this actually talks about the part of Nerem that your character supposedly came from, and might help you understand why her dreams are so fucking batshit, which part of Nerem are you from exactly?
Oh, that's hard to tell. Most of the time I was with Narathul's order in the Kabet Mountains. But when I was younger, I used to travel a lot, not only in Nerem. What about you? Which idiots did you have the misfortune to be raised by? The foolhardy up north?
Wow.
The bootlicking pawns of the Chancellor in the Middle Realm? Or the fanatic, mask-wearing cultist oafs down south?
The cultists.
But it wasn't me, Daddy, it was the masked men. The latter, Ostain to be precise.
Ostian, I see.
Oh, you said it wrong. You said your homeland wrong.
It's because, like, they're spied for pronunciation.
Creator.
Bad daughter.
Best to make it a living nightmare. Truth be told, it was them who made me join Narathul's fight against religion back in the days. I was a young traveling arcanist then, and wanted to make some money in Ostian's arena. Fight some rabid animals, oh, you know the story. I had heard a lot about Nerem South, and imagined a place at the pulse of life. Exotic music, adventure, beautiful women. But you know who greeted me when I reached the city gates?
Who?
Corpses.
No one.
They burnt their skin off, and then nailed them to crosses. There were at least 50 of them. Men, women, children. And they were set up at the roadside like trees in an alley.
No. Reminds me of something.
The smell of burnt meat everywhere. The screams of those who still lived, and all of it only because some fool has decided that they had somehow acted against their god. I still dream of it sometimes. Well, that was when I declared war on religion. I was so sick of seeing people cutting each other's throats only because they project their own personal problems into some holy scripture or higher power. And that's not even the worst part. They're beyond reason. Why are you doing this, I ask them. Because my God told me to. What's left to say there? You can essentially justify anything with that logic. This is why this place makes me sick. We need the Order's manpower. They need our knowledge about the Pyreans, and we both do want the same thing, yes. But philosophy and freedom of thought are nowhere to be found. It's pathetic.
But is the problem really the religion itself, or not the people who misuse it for their own ambition?
Yes, and no. On the one hand, yes, a happy person will most likely never become a murderer, no matter if he or she follows the teachings of this creator or some Quiranian philosopher. But if something happens to this person, hunger, fear, shattered dreams, a peaceful ideology can make all the difference. What is religion after all? It's a guide to live life, a set of values. And even if it's just one line in the Holy Scripture that says, kill the infidels, how likely is it that a broken man will interpret it in a peaceful way? If
You
want a
can't really
justification to spill
interpret
blood,
kill the
you will
infidels.
find it. If your religion was
Yes, you
ambivalent
can.
to begin with, even
Kill them with kindness.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of discussion about that on Kira. And
Still
it drives me
bad.
mad to hear people prattling on about how it's all a matter of interpreting the scripture in different ways. Blazes, if your ideology is so peaceful, why does it say, slayeth this, slayeth that, rather than just get along? It's pathetic.
This is the writer projecting a little bit, I think.
This is the entirety, actually, of Nerum's thinking compacted down into one speech. Right now. In other words, go, Mare.
I was gonna say, just keep it in mind for what happens later on. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, actually, I'm asking this for relevant reasons, because, I guess his thinking applies to the other two major mages, which you met Lashari, and there is the other one, Yuslin, where this kind of thinking applies to all three of them. They kind of have it unanimously. Unanimously, I can't talk. In other words, a truly peaceful religion shouldn't have any ambivalent parts at all.
Yes, go on. Try to justify a massacre like the one in Ostian, with a philosophy that consists of only two principles and nothing more.
Because their
Respect
God
those
told them
around you,
to.
and killing is bad regardless
Justified.
of the motive.
God wills it.
Good luck.
He also wills me to be the town hobo.
Okay, but I'm gonna have my character agree, because shit came from that bullshit, so yeah, I couldn't agree more. Religion's dangerous. I had to find that out the hard way.
Especially if people don't keep to themselves with it.
Because, yeah, doesn't that sound
Constantine
familiar?
likes this.
Doesn't that sound familiar, what happened there with the putting people
Wait,
on the
what?
No.
crosses and burning them?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the very start when I was like, oh yeah, and there's just these back here, the crosses with the burning people.
Your mom and sister?
Your mom, your dad, your mom, and your sister, all three. There's 3 crosses.
All were apparently infidels, but you weren't for some reason.
Well, there's a theory for that, which is possibly told the temple as a child, and that's why you're the one that feels guilty.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You told the temple as a child that you were getting the shit beat out of you.
But you told your friend that you didn't feel guilty at all about it.
No, I said, what does it matter? I didn't say the line
that
about...
That is exactly what a person that feels not guilty would say.
No, there's a bunch of stuff. I avoided specifically taking the option that says I don't feel guilty, because there was a specific option for that. Anyway, let's go meet Teeler. So I would like to tell you a few things about Teeler. You briefly meet him in Netrim. He has longer hair. He has the typical face of the Oblivion Engine, which is awful. He's also entirely blind. I would like you to keep that in mind. He's so blind, in fact, he mistakes your character for his son, somehow getting to where he is in his prison.
Sorry, man, she's got boobs.
And then he realizes, oh, you're not my child. Who the fuck are you? So I'm gonna save right here as we go in.
You have boobs.
Across the sea because of a suspicion. Madness.
We need to find out who sent the mercenaries. This Pegast said that they were after the Signet Stone, and if they succeed in getting hold of it next time, then the Black Guardian alone knows how to stop the cycle.
The cycle. Listening to you talk almost makes me forget that all this fuss here is merely based on some bad dreams you and your Neremese friends had.
The threat is real. Deny it as much as you like, but deep inside, you feel it as much as I do.
Teela, you're a commander, and a commander doesn't care about feelings, but about facts. You have made this mistake before, Teela, back then in Kira, and we all
Natara,
know...
the mission will happen. I'm sorry.
You have a visitor.
Yeah, I've been standing. Don't mind me.
So, you are the prodigy everyone is talking about. Interesting. I am Teola Aranthia, son of Larius I and Grandmaster of the Order, and I'm honored to meet you. What is your name?
Great Butterfly Eater Nara Stormblood. You wanted to see me?
Yes, and I will come straight to the point. You are here because I believe that you are special. Humanity faces a threat that needs to be stopped, and to achieve this, you are indispensable.
So is this the blind guy?
Yep.
Yeah. He doesn't look really blind, does he? You're talking about the Red Madness, aren't you?
Among other things, yes. I do not need to explain to you that the present situation on Vin is chaotic. The wars, the living dead, common people who are losing their minds, to name only the most obvious. What most people are not aware of is the connection between these events. You, however, have encountered it, as have I.
The visions, so you know where they come from?
I do. And I will explain everything to you. What it means, who we are, and what your part in all of this is. Come, follow me. Maybe you already know who I am. My entire life, I served the gods who ruled Vin, until their death 2 years ago. What you probably do not know is that the one responsible for their death is my son, Narazul Aranthia. He hated the Lightborn because he believed that they robbed mankind of their right to freedom.
How the fuck do you walk
So he
so well
strived to
being
overthrow
blind?
them.
He's not blind, though.
He found
anymore.
followers, formed an
I'll
army, and
give him
declared
space,
war
actually.
on them. And thus, on me,
Look at
a
me.
servant of the Lightborn.
What?
No.
There you
It
go.
all ended
He's
in a
not
battle
blind.
30 years ago.
Oh.
which
He's not
shows
blind
the
and he's
bond.
handsome.
He killed
Yeah.
every single survivor
Let's
except
say
for
Oblivion
me,
Ninja.
and locked me in a dungeon on
You
Neri.
should definitely show a picture of what he
Still
looked like
do
in the
not know
previous
why
game.
he
I will
spared
do
He
it
wasn't even a
after.
black guy.
I will do it after. He's slightly tanner than he used to be. Probably because he loves the sunshine because he was in prison for so long.
Yeah, being in prison for like however long he was.
He was in prison for a long time. I will put
Oh,
up a
so he
screenshot of
was
it.
blind. So he was blind in the game before.
Yeah, in the game before,
Yeah.
he was blind. He was entirely
Blind and ugly.
Blind and ugly as shit because it was Oblivion Engine. I will show you the pictures of him after we're done.
So how did he become not blind?
That's a wonderful question. It's a wonderful
That's
question.
a fantastic question.
It's a wonderful question as a player because the only reason I'm telling you this is because I would go back and play Narim,
Yes.
but Oblivion is really hard for me to handle now.
If you have played Narim, in fact, this whole encounter is fucking weird.
This whole encounter is weird because you also know that Nerthzul wasn't the one that killed all of the gods. That was your character. Nerthzul got his ass killed because he could not complete the predestination of the Shadow God and kill all the gods because it was revealed he was also the child of another god. Someone just shoved me into Teeler. Hi. So if Nerthzul was your son, why did he hate the gods so much? Shouldn't he have been, I don't know, devoted to them?
There were circumstances favoring the development. But it's a long story, which we won't discuss now.
So the Lightborn are really dead. If you, the Order of the Gods, acknowledge that fact, why did people not know about it?
Good question. Because at the moment stability is the highest good, even more so considering what we are facing. The rulers of Kira and Kile both made the mistake to acknowledge the death of the gods to their people, and the civil wars that followed in their countries are evidence of the chaos that such a revelation entails.
That's
Enderal
a
is the
good
cradle
point.
of the Order of the Gods, the epitome of theocracy. It is unthinkable what would happen if we confirmed these rumors.
This is my
I
wife.
am sure you understand this.
This is not your
He
wife.
is not.
When all this is over, that will change.
We're
But for
gonna
now,
meet her
it
soon.
is imperative
No, but
that we
he's
deny all
he's a
rumors
cool
of that
guy.
kind.
But you
He is, he's very cool.
He's very cool. No. But you managed to free yourself of your prison.
Yes, after more than 30 years, when the death of the gods made the magic around the prison disappear. And during my escape in the northern mountains of Nerim, I also had them for the first time. The dreams.
I'll be right back. I know most of this stuff
Yeah,
already.
you know exactly what this is. He's gonna take us on a walk.
I know exactly what this is.
Yeah, he knows exactly what.
Ooh.
Yeah.
After you were talking to when you were talking to the old man, I think that's the part that I know best. So
Yeah.
now I understand everything.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of old men you talk to, man. All the old men
The one
have
that
big
was
bomb shots.
the one that was like religion this, religion that, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Constantine.
Yeah. The name forgetter. Which I
Whenever
personally...
I hear the name Constantine, I always think of the song Constantinople.
I always think of John Constantine.
I always saw the same glaring, terrible light. Heard screaming, and I felt like I was burning up from the inside. And above all, like a veil, there was the knowledge of...
Slower than the running speed, but faster than your walking speed.
I dismissed these dreams as the illusion of a man close to death.
Also, he walks
So I concentrated on making it through the mountains somehow.
2
days after my escape, I was completely exhausted, and I would have died if a former acolyte of my son had not found me.
An acolyte of your son, but weren't they your enemies then?
Yes, but he
And
did
Daddy
not
serves you
recognize me, and brought me to their headquarters instead.
Because this is still Skyrim.
The others were aware of my identity, but for whatever reason they did not kill me. Maybe because they thought that the death of the Lightborn had made me insignificant. I do not know. Still, even after my recovery, the dreams continued. At first, I doubted my sanity. But after some time, I told the leader of the mages, Constantine, about them. And he said something that I'd never expected.
The water makes it harder to hear him.
He, as well as many others, magically gifted on Vim, dreamed the same dreams. And the more we talked about the matter, the stronger our suspicion grew.
Which, by the way, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pause you right now, Taylor. I'm gonna just fucking... How the effects go all the way up? This happens every time. They were supposed to be on the middle so you could hear, because they're really loud.
Which has now turned out to be the truth. The dreams, they come from the same place. They are a shared memory.
Shared memory?
Oh.
You mean the dreams originate from, what, a common mind?
A collective subconscious, yes. I know that you can feel it too, and probably far more intense than we do. But like you back then, we were not able to make sense of the images. So we went looking for answers in the remains of the civilization that was before us, the Pyreans.
Thus the excavations, like an old ration guide. What did you find out?
3 things. First, there were many civilizations before us and before the Pyreans. Maybe hundreds, maybe thousands. Second, the history of each civilization unfolded and still unfolds according to a pattern.
Is it possible to turn the voices up?
The voices are at max. It's the water.
Really?
Is so loud.
Yeah.
The only thing I can do is nail the effects all the way down to here, and then I'm gonna have to Alt-Tab,
man.
which might kill the quality a little. Hold on. We're gonna open our volume mixer and we're gonna adjust some sound here. We're gonna, whoops, not all the way up, but we'll bounce it to 90. Just so your mix still comes through. The game's like, hold on, let me save that you changed my audio setting.
And at some point, at the apex of
There
their
we
existence,
go.
they simply disappear without any trace. And third, everything that has happened in the past years, and which is still happening, indicates that this disappearance lies ahead of us. We are part of an eternal loop, a cycle, and our cycle is approaching its end.
So, like, a time loop? Or...
Not a time loop so much as events keep perfectly repeating, like there's fate or something at hand.
Or a mysterious
I mean,
black lady.
if events keep repeating, that kind of would be a time loop.
Except
Mysterious
it's different people every
lady.
time. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'll explain more why the rails of this are interesting. A pattern, you mean that the chronicles of each civilization are identical?
not identical, but one can split them up into episodes which repeat themselves in the very same manner, into patterns.
So more like a very extreme history is repeating itself?
Yes, extraordinarily extreme across existences of people. So, this is your explanation for the Red Madness, the wars?
Yes, dramatically put, they're the envoys of the end.
So we'll go back to the main tree.
I am now lying down, which is more suitable for my current state.
Aww.
Drunk.
I admit that this world has seen brighter days, but isn't this a little much of a leap?
I see why you would say that, and I've felt the same way for a very long time too. But there came a moment when we simply could not deny it anymore. We began to study the history of the Pyreans more intensely, and the parallels were extraordinary. In its early days, the Pyrean Empire was split up by a disaster, just like Vin was split up by the Starfall after the reign of the Eterna. Also, the Pyreans had a ruling caste who declared themselves gods after the catastrophe. The two castes of the Sun Priest. They, too, ruled until they were overthrown. This overthrowing was followed by an outbreak of wars and chaos. And then, just like that, the Pyreans ceased to exist. They knew it was imminent, but they could not prevent it. They called this event the Cleansing.
That seems like a very short cycle, though.
It does, except it gets spread out over a few thousand years.
We haven't talked about cycles inside of cycles yet, have we?
Oh no, we have not gotten to that part yet.
God!
Yeah, this is the fun part when we get there. The Pyreans knew about the threat. Why didn't they try to do something about it then?
They tried, but they failed. Who knows why? Maybe they found out too late, or maybe they were too weak.
And how in the blazes can an entire civilization just disappear?
That is the question we need to find an answer to. The end was not violent, at least not in a sense as we know it. There was no natural disaster, no magical explosion, no plague. Even though there was war in the Pyrean Empire before its ruin, when the cleansing happened, it was as if all living beings simply fell down and died.
Oh.
It is ghastly.
Yeah, it's really scary.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay, we're done, bye. And it was everybody ever. And where do I come in? Where do these visions and my powers come from?
Well,
okay, but where do people come
this
after
is the
that?
reason why.
Yeah, where did humans come from? The answer, I think, is shut up. if I remember the story correctly.
It's kind of like characters recur.
Yes, the Pyreans call them the emissaries. They emerge very shortly before the cleansing occurs, like a law of nature, an answer to the Red Madness. And I am one of them, as are you. While I take on the role of the ruler, you take on the role of the prophetess.
I'm supposed to be a prophet?
It's just a description. Call it what you will. But without doubt, it is the truth. Your story matches the descriptions perfectly.
And I take it this is the reason that the Nevermese mages are here, aren't they? Firespark, Pegas, Sharim, which is Uselin. I don't know why they decide to throw his surname in as your use here, because you only know him as Uselin.
Yes. Former enemies or not, both sides have understood the magnitude of the threat. The magical knowledge of Narazul's former mages is vast, as is the power of the Holy Order. Even though not all of the Keepers agree, as you probably have already noted yourself.
And why me, of all people?
I do not know. Firespark the Mage has told me your story. And even though your fate is tragic, unlike me, you were insignificant before your change. So maybe everyone can become an emissary, or we simply have not understood the pattern yet.
Maybe your fucking classism is just looking down on me, motherfucker. But you know, I'm
taller.
taller.
Shit!
I'm taller and I will suplex you.
Oh, I have a question.
You're
but
not gonna suplex him.
I don't know if it's like a spoiler or not.
Can you walk around it?
You know how he talks about how all these different roles appear?
Mm-hmm.
Do we ever see any other roles?
We do. We
Okay.
see 2
You're
others.
looking right at one.
Yeah, you're looking at himself and you, and there's 2 others.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they're 100% confirmed 2 others, or at least one of them is probably another one. And the other one, we don't know if they're just delusional or not.
I just want to say, height isn't a big indicator of strength. Remember when Cain threw the big show?
Hey, remember I am an immortal god? Don't question me. I eat butterflies.
You
and
almost
books.
died to the mythic Dawn.
Shut up.
And they were all shorter than you.
If I play a role, does that mean that something is controlling me, controlling us?
No. As I already said, the emissaries simply appear at the beginning of the end, like pieces on a chessboard. We are determined by our skills. How and to what end we use them is our choice.
And what defines the prophet?
On the one hand, your power. You carry the potential to master any skill within a fraction of the usual time needed. I assume you have already realized this. On the other hand, your ability to look into the past, and therefore into the future.
Into the past and therefore into the future? What do you mean, you crazy old bat?
Your visions are a window into the past. And as every cycle is based on the same events, it is a window into the future as well.
Call him what I love.
Oh,
You
lovely.
can feel the thread this world is woven
crazy.
with.
You eat butterflies.
And because of that,
We're
you
all
can see
crazy.
things
You
that
have 7
happened,
voices
and thus
talking in
will
your head at
happen
one
again.
time.
This gift makes you indispensable to us, and it is why I want your help.
And if all this doesn't interest me, like, again, I'm here, I just wanted to come here and live my life. I didn't
The
ask
world's
for
gonna
this.
die.
I didn't ask for this. I don't want to save the world.
Yeah, I don't want to be involved, motherfucker.
Did anybody else play
Deep
Resident Evil
inside,
5?
you know you're responsible.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
So,
Trust me,
so you
we are
remember
more
when
alike
Chris
than
is
you
talking to
believe.
Jill, and he's worried about her, and she says, "Millions will die." He says, "Yeah, but."
Yeah,
That's Corky
I
right
remember
now.
that.
Oh man, I have something though to remind Uni after this, but I can't fucking say it here because, yeah, that'd be a spoiler. Why do you think that we could overcome the cycle in the first place after hundreds of civilizations have failed?
That is the wrong question. The correct question is, what alternative do we have? To wait and die?
Yeah! We could just, like, you know, hang out, have the best years of our lives.
No.
And then fall the fuck over.
Yeah, we just fall over and all die together, and it's all kumbaya.
Okay, but where do the people come from after?
Bacteria.
Bacteria, things crawl the ocean.
It's all gotta go down sometime, you know?
So evolution happens all over again.
Something puts people here again to start the cycle because for some reason it needs to happen.
It needs to keep happening until someone breaks it, duh.
Alright, if I can help, I will try to do so. I mean, it's kind
Okay,
of it's the Dragon's
play
Dogma situation.
You
yeah.
know this.
Yeah, it's the Dragon's Dogma loop, basically, except it happens with different people, instead of it actually being the same loop over and over again.
Okay, so that's a fucking time loop.
Okay.
Good. However, there's one more thing before the actual work begins. I want you to join our order, and to do so, you have to pass a test.
I don't think so.
Join
In
your
the nature of this.
join your order? Is this really necessary?
It is. Whatever you think about our story, we are the only faction that is strong enough to oppose the cycle. If you
That
want to
doesn't
be
mean I have
part
to
of our
join
mission,
you.
you need to have access
Shut
to
the
our
fuck up.
knowledge and resources.
You shut the fuck up.
I just want to be a
There will be
mercenary,
voices in the
man.
order
You shut the
speaking
fuck up,
against
I'm
your
old.
mission, as they are speaking against the
Okay,
presence of
you're
the
old, so
Naramese
therefore
mages.
I can drop kick you
Consider
easily.
it an honor or a necessity. It is up to you.
That's the actual conversation that happened here.
But you know, I just want to be a mercenary, you know, my friend just left, I gotta be the hot one now.
I want to
But
go
you
on the
were
boat
always
with
the
him.
hot one.
Tony, what is this image?
Huh?
What is this image that
The new Spider-Man game apparently has a hello button, which makes you do that.
What kind of test?
It is the
I feel like
trial
this
the
is
novices
drunk
have
you.
to pass in order to be exalted to the role of...
I mean,
Oh my
I
God,
probably
I love it.
posted
Only
it
the best
because I was
students
drunk,
of the
but
school
yes.
are allowed admission, and even though you have not been a novice, I want you to take it too. At this very moment, 2 novices are on their way to the testing grounds. I have informed them about your arrival.
I really want to sleep right now, but I know what happens next.
Yeah, who are the 2 novices?
I have only a slight acquaintance with them. However, I know that they are both very talented and have been working hard toward the test. But see them for yourself.
You've already informed them. How could you know that I'd agree?
I had a hunch. Let us leave it at that.
Uh-huh.
You're just a very assumptive, mean old man, and I can seriously throw you off the balcony right now.
He could throw you!
Oh yeah, he's strong too. He might suplex you.
We could suplex each other into the eternal loop and save the world.
That's romantic.
That's not romantic, that's just 2 people trying to kill each other.
Are you saying that Kunda and Kel suplexing each other isn't romantic?
Oh, this is true. They have a weird relationship, though. They're both buff and intelligent. It's ridiculous. Very...
What's Cal's intelligence?
She's got like a 14 intelligence.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's actually very smart for fucking what she is.
Oh right, because we rolled all that, didn't we?
Yeah, she got absurdly high rolls. That's why her charisma, though, is a -6, because I went with the only race that has a -2 to charisma. And then I dumped my
-6? Okay, I was gonna say -5 is...
Sorry.
-5 is a 0.
Not, sorry, not -6.
-5 is unconscious.
It's at 6 total, sorry. It's at 6 total, so very well. Where can I find them? I can't remember
Near
number.
the Whisper Wood. They will be waiting for you there. Take the Myret, talk to Signet Master Bartar, and hand him this package. And then follow his orders. Ah, one more thing. It might be self-evident, but keep your knowledge about the death of the Lightborn to yourself. I do not believe you can do any real harm, but in the worst case, path-abiding people will consider you a heretic. After the cycle has been stopped, we will deliberate upon how we deal with the matter. If and how we tell our people about it. But not now, that is for sure. No, leave. The sooner we can dispense with this formality, the better.
You know, it would be great as soon as this is over if you got the option to just jump on the balcony edge and scream, "All the Lightborn are dead!"
The gods are dead, they're not real.
They're a bunch
Jump
of...
off the cliff!
I can't actually, I tried before, I have. That's the first thing I do is when I see a high thing, but it's an invisible wall.
I really wish that they had put in a patch and you didn't know and you just jumped off the cliff right then.
That would have been hilarious if it happened, so I would have been like, I bless all of you.
I
Oh,
mean,
there he is!
Could you clip off of it?
No. There's actually 2 conversations we have to have with the mages. So this is the other plot-critical Neverme's mage. This is Yuslin Sharin.
Oh well,
Oh,
Naya,
he's
isn't that a
walking away.
sight? The one they all talk about has come to visit.
Hello, Yuslin. I remember your name for some reason.
I'm
Yeah.
Juslan
Where's the
Shah,
entropy
and,
guy?
as you might
That's
know
his hand.
already, one of the
Oh.
ever-renowned
Uni, you
Neverme's mages
sound
around
so
here.
sleepy.
What's your name?
You know, the great book muncher, Nara Stormville.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice
Beautiful
to
name,
meet you,
by the
Great
way.
Book Muncher.
Usually, our Azilian names sound as if they were chopped up with a cleaver, but yours doesn't.
Just
You
a
have to tell me
flutterer.
someday how a child of the steppes ended up in Ostian. But anyway, what brings you to me? Do you need anything specific, or do you just want to talk?
You're Turanian, aren't you?
Well observed. I'm a child of the sand, vassal of the Golden Queen, or whichever other nickname these idiotic people around here have for us.
No one likes each other in this universe.
Yeah, well, I mean, he fucking called me out on being half Arizalian first, so I mean, it's only proper at this point. Fuck you too! Actually, the character does a lot of calling out, oh yeah, you're Kuranian. Oh yeah, you're half scary.
Does Nim get mad when people say, "Oh, you're a halfling blessed by Sarenrae"?
No, she clearly didn't, because man, the guy that did it last night, she was like, oh, you know,
Yeah,
you didn't call me
why,
a gnome!
So why
Yeah,
is your
the-
giant mage getting pissy about it?
Because everybody gets pissy about it here.
Yeah, the not paladin, but looks like a paladin and is lawful good, elf fighter guy.
Wants to be a paladin real bad. If we adopt
He
him,
was-
he becomes a paladin.
He's a little jelly about not being a paladin. I'm making that up for his character, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what? Sure, he went on crusades because he's only been in the tower for however many years, like a few years, and then a few years after the fight. So he probably has done some stuff like crusading, considering how he looks, and he probably ran into some some
Oh, you know,
halflings
a specific
who had some red hair.
Yeah, a specific ginger halfling or two.
Maybe that was maybe a relative of Nim. Who knows?
Yeah, but Nim's kind
maybe.
of a little too fucking dippy to pick up on that out unless somebody spells out in front of her. You know, when she goes, "Oh yeah, my name's like Nim Brave Blood," and he's like, "I know a Brave Blood."
Nim.
I'm sorry, I'm
You're
talking.
average intelligence. You're not that stupid.
I play her as Dippy. To be fair, I know of an incident where a wizard, you know, highest intelligence in the party, was played also as the Dippy one.
Well, yeah, because they usually don't have much wisdom.
I don't have much wisdom, I have only charisma. I am an oracle.
Everything about Nim makes me physically ill.
Good.
You don't
She
like her
should
cute
end
hair?
her life.
See, Yoon will be better. She'll actually be wise.
I'll do it for her.
I see. So how did you end up in Naranthiel's order? Kira and Nerim aren't exactly a stone's throw from each other.
That's a long story, and no offense, one I rather wouldn't share. I'm not a friend of wearing my heart on the sleeve. Suffice to say that I, as most of the Order, have had bad experiences with the reign of the Lightborn.
This is my waifu too.
Didn't we, Naya?
That's nice.
Who is this Naya you're always talking
He's
to?
married though.
Someone asks about you, darling. Isn't that charming? Most people are too polite to. But I'm afraid I can't satisfy your curiosity, at least not today. Let's just say that there are more things between life and death than what meets the eye.
So yeah.
So, so you're talking to a ghost.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
He's basically talking to a ghost. I heard
Lovely.
you know quite a lot about magic. Care to share your insight on how it works?
What, are you asking me to teach you? From what I've heard, you know magic as if you've studied it for centuries. But sure, why not? What do you want to know?
What can you tell
Teach
me
me
about?
entropy.
Yeah, what can you tell me actually about Sinestra, which is entropy and oh god, I can't remember what the formal name is for the psionics, that's what it is, which is the illusion skill tree.
Shh, don't talk so loud. You know how our holy friends around here feel about this school. We don't want them to get upset, do we? Sinistra.
So
it's
tell
the
me-
mightiest of the three schools, but also the most dangerous one, which is why practicing it is forbidden on every continent of the civilized world, except for Kiran. That is mostly due to the kind of eventualities it interacts with. The human psyche and the forces of life and death. Someone trained in the arts of psionics is capable of forcing his will onto others, and I'm not speaking metaphorically here. An able entropist, on the other hand, can revive the dead as his means, and channel the energy of death. A stunningly powerful feat if you know what you're doing, and a stunningly suicidal one if you don't. This is also why only 5 of 10 students of Sinistra manage to master it. The other 5s either stop in time or end up as either a driveling lunatic in an asylum, or as a greenishly steaming skeleton. Both of the latter rather
Cool.
undesirable perspectives, if you
I want to be a greenishly steaming skeleton.
Challenge accepted.
Too bad we're not playing a high entropist like we did last time. So what is there to know about thaumaturgy?
A thaumaturgist is able to alter his body and
Excuse
his
me.
surroundings to his liking. In practice, that means he can, for example, create magical wards between his fingertips, or send bursts of telekinetic energy towards his foes. He can also boost his own bodily capabilities, and even go as far as healing his own wounds, even though that is to be done with caution, since it strains the mind quite a lot. A very noble school, you see,
Oh, my brain.
but also very limited.
And explain to me exactly what an elementalist does, even though that's what I do all the time, because I need the knowledge points. We're about to go up a tier.
Ah, elementarism. If
Elementarism
is a Scaragian dagger, and thaumaturgy is a solid broadsword, then elementarism is a giant two-handed warhammer. A good elementarist is able to realize eventualities in which the air around him suddenly bursts into flame, or channel lightning from the sky. A very aggressive and powerful school, as you can imagine. Most arcanists favor it above others.
Are you saying I'm a basic ass bitch?
Yes.
Because I use lots of frost.
You're basically
Yes.
you're basically the jock of magic schools.
I know I am. And here's your waifu again anyway, Uni.
Yo!
Hey, girl.
What's poppin', Shoddy?
Oh my god.
How did you end up in Neranthal Ranthiel's order?
Go to
Now look at that.
No,
Someone who's
let him
actually
stay here.
interested in us as people, rather than in our knowledge about the Pyreans. But it's your lucky day. I really wouldn't mind a good talk right now. Hold on a second. Arizalian Brandy. Vintage 8214. What do you say? A glass and a good talk? There are a couple of things I wanted to ask you anyway.
Sounds good to me. Let's get drunk and talk about our bad backstory.
Alright then.
Let's make some backstory.
Let's talk about our tragic pasts.
Get away, you freak!
Oh yeah, remember how fucking Constantine's like, fuck religion? The Shara
Yeah.
is about to be really fuck religion.
Good.
She's super fuck. See if we can load on our screen in time.
So it makes
When I hear you say
makes
that,
me laugh
I
how you
don't
were
regret
saying,
for a
like,
second that I never came back to
oh, I'm
Austin.
gonna let her talk now.
You're fine.
Even though I've thought about it from time to time.
You're from Ostian? You look more like a Scarrig to me.
Wow. Finally, someone who says it up front. Yeah, I've got some Scarag blood in me, though comparably little in regards to how much it shows. My grandfather, he used to serve in the South Realms Marines. And one day they captured a ship of Scarag raiders, some of them women.
Drop my
Stories say he fell in
earbuds
love
again.
with one of them, and
Stop it.
yeah, you can connect the dots.
So you're
But
saying
to
that
answer
there's
your
more people
original
that look
question,
like you.
Yes,
God.
I'm from Austin.
Oh my God.
Though we fled the
That's not
city
the
around
point.
10 years ago. The right choice.
That's
as I
exactly
probably
the
don't
point.
Need to tell you. The temple was always a bunch of fanatical fuckheads, but that bastard High Priest Janus gave the word butcher an entirely new meaning.
One more thing about your ancestry. Do you know anything more about the women that your grandfather fell in love with? That's not an everyday story.
I know, and nah, I hardly know anything about her. Only that they were raiders and that she fled about 2 years after giving birth to me. Poor Grandpa. You should have seen how people reacted to the way I looked. Even as a kid, they always looked at me and my almond-shaped eyes as if they were expecting me to pull out a skull fetish any second and start putting curses on anyone in the vicinity.
Yeah, those Asians
Yeah.
with their skull fetishes.
Lovely.
That's not their. Oh god, scaries are just. They're a weird mishmash of multiple things. Honestly, I'm not too surprised about what Janice did. Give someone too much power and they just show their real face.
Maybe. Warriors of the Creator. War against the infidels. The Creator's children don't even sugarcoat how radical their faith is anymore. And still, so many people join their ranks. It's fucking insane. But then again, I guess that's religion for you. Don't think for yourself anymore. Let someone else do it for you. At least it was for my brother.
You have a brother?
He was about 15 years older than me, and was always
Ernie
a troubled
doesn't want
child.
to meet the brother.
Rakul. That was his name.
I mean, he wants
You
to
know,
kiss
my
Alof.
family was very wealthy before we fled. Drapers for generations.
What
The
about
best in
kissing
Austin.
Alof?
I suppose that's why my father expected so much from Rakul, since I,
Her brother
as a woman,
doesn't have boobs.
wouldn't have been allowed to
Like
take over
pillars,
the business
Alof?
when my
Yes.
father would have retired.
I
Yeah.
mean,
But Rakul,
I want
he
to
just
kiss
wasn't made
Alof.
out for it, you know? He was shy.
He is,
introverted, and never had a hand for money. I can't remember how often father told him that he was a disgrace to the family.
Harsh.
You're a disgrace to your race. Now prepare to die.
I'm having
He's
trouble.
what,
I'm having
Ian?
trouble finding the words.
He's pretty and
He's
soft.
He's an awkward, bumbling, adorable human being, or elf being.
Oh, you fucking racist.
Uni has a major crush on Alop. Alop is his waifu.
He had, yeah. I mean, there's no female character that, except for Sagani, but she's like taken.
She is a mom, a super mom.
Yeah, she's married with children.
She's the ultimate
Yeah.
mom.
You know who my waifu is?
Who? Pelagina?
Yep.
Pelagina. That's also.
Yeah.
If I, didn't pick a dare, that would have been my other choice. But thanks, Deadfire.
Oh.
That
I'm
makes me so
Alop.
salty. And then he found his faith and joined the Creator's Children?
You can call it that, yes. Looking back, I think the temple only gave him
Praise
what
the
Father
Creator.
wanted. A perspective. The feeling of being needed. He spent almost all of his time in the temple after his conversion, and knew the entire Rania, their holy scripture, by heart. Well, in one day,
Damn.
he announced that simply attending the masses wasn't enough anymore. He would join the temple's warriors.
Neglected young men without perspectives in their lives. #1 choice of any hate monger.
Damn right. That's what these bastards do. They exploit the vulnerability of people like him and indoctrinate them with their fucking bullshit. And once that's done,
Was that
they
like
send them to fight for
someone
their
in
holy
the
causes.
tavern
in
that
other words,
burped?
their own interests.
Yes, it was not
like
us.
pawns on a chessboard. And if they die, then they call it a fucking honor. I'm sorry, my dame. Your youngest son just died. But don't worry, he's in a better place now, eating grapes and drinking honey. What solace, isn't it? Now, do you have any other neglected children for us? We're running short on material. Damn it, I hate those bastards. I just hate them so much.
Oh.
And I suppose
I
that's.
hate them and they're stupid. No.
And I suppose that's what happened to your brother too. He died fighting for the Creator.
He was slaughtered, hacked into pieces by Chancellor Baratheon's cavalry. That was before the peace treaty. I'd be surprised if they taught him what end of a lance to stab with before they sent him into the field. But, well, I guess that answers the question you asked me up in the temple, doesn't it? I was sick of seeing people using religion for their own ends. Creator, Lightborn, the Great Spirit. Same shit, different name. And you know what? No matter how much chaos the death of the gods caused, I don't regret being a part of it, not in the least. It was the right thing to do. Anyway, I'd say we call it quits for now, okay? It was good talking to you, but I'm dying for a nap. Take care.
Oh, that's such a mood.
She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go fucking take a nap, man. I've been talking about the fucking worst shit in my life. I'm just done again for a few hours.
Keep walking.
Oh yeah, fuck you too, bitch.
What?
She just said keep walking, and I was like, excuse me?
Yes.
Who did?
You want to pick this fight?
This woman right here.
Are you gonna suplex her?
I would, but I get in trouble and chased by the guards, and I don't want to go to
stay-
jail.
Fuck the police! Suplex them.
Just take off my sword and just pick her up and slam her into the ground.
Yep. She had
Bash
to go.
her head against a table like Chris Lamont.
But it's not Skyrim and you can't get into bar fights.
We could just throw her in the kettle and make her a nice crisp piece of meat.
You could put her. You could put a basket. You could put a basket on her head.
I could, but I don't want to get any baskets. I'm too lazy. We gotta go on a trip to meet V's waifu now. She's coming. Well, we're going to her, really. So we're coming to her.
Dude.
You say lewd, and I'm like, I'm not being lewd.
Of the Desert King.
I know, I'm saying
You haven't been lewd this entire time.
Yeah, see, V's
I've
saying
still
lewd.
been
I'm
saying.
Madame, please, just 1 penny.
I'm sorry, I am trying to leave. I will give you money later.
You're gonna give money to a panhandler?
Okay.
Don't be fucking classist.
Yeah, you fucking bourgeois bitch.
I will be classist.
Okay, fucking Seto Kaiba.
Fucking bitch ass panhandler trying to bum money off me in the street.
He's so mad.
Fuck everything about them. The fuck they think they are? I work for my money and they're like, please my ass. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god!
Hey, I need flight
Sure.
before V,
Where to?
you know, continues to be
Bitch
more of an
fucking ass.
Order of the Heart.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, V, but it sounds like a little bit of repressed anger.
You damn straight.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
I mean, I complain because I get uncomfortable about homeless people, like, begging for money from me in the middle of Philadelphia, but that's because it's the middle of Philadelphia.
You want some, but I'm not giving any to you. My chicken. Back off.
Now Mayor's being
Please, my ass.
classist to her cats.
Thank you, Uni.
I'm just saying, panhandlers can eat 1,000 dicks.
Well,
That's
fuck is
that's
your
all I'm saying.
problem?
Depends.
No offense to them,
To do so little
but fuck everything they stand for.
There's some panhandlers who have like signs that are really entertaining, like my wife has been kidnapped by ninjas. I need money for karate lessons.
I would give that guy money.
He needs it.
Philadelphia actually genuinely has a lot of homeless veterans, though. It's kind of sad.
Knock knock, motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah, hi. Grandmaster Aranthiel sent me. I'm supposed to take the trial to become a keeper. I really don't want to, so don't be so grumpy.
Oh, yes.
be grumpy.
You're the prodigy. I was
See?
expecting
Grumpy.
something else. I hope you're aware of what you're getting yourself into. Our novices trained for years for this trial. And
I thought
as
you'd
much
be
as I
taller.
respect the Grand Master, I think this is naive. In other words, it will be dangerous. Be aware of that.
Yeah.
The way the Grandmaster put it, I don't seem to have much of a choice if we want to keep living.
How
How
selfless
far
of
are we?
you.
I want to sleep
as
so
you
bad.
wish.
Well, we're about to talk to your wife, and that's all.
Then it seems I'm granted the
Oh no, I won't because
extraordinary
I can't
honor
grind
of
that.
exalting the
Shit,
first
I should stop
Pathless in the
before
history of the Order to a keeper.
Yep.
The others
it's
will
fine, we'll just stop for
scream
2
for
weeks.
joy. Give me the package the
Until next
Grandmaster
time.
gave you, and say hello to your new comrades. I have to go prepare something.
Yeah, okay, go prepare your thing. We'll talk to the bee's waifu. It's this guy, obviously. Done.
I don't want
Yeah,
to hear
that's
it.
my waifu.
No.
I beg your pardon?
Excuse me?
I don't want to hear it. Just shove off.
Oh,
Fuck you.
Fuck you too, pal.
As you wish,
You
princess.
watch it.
Heretics. Get lost.
Don't take her bullshit.
Okay.
Should
Fuck her
fucking
up.
suplex you, motherfucker.
Hold on just a second, actually. Here, you're voting to suplex him, right? Hold on, I have to...
Do it!
Yes, do it.
He has earned this wrath.
I can't hit him! He's protected like most people.
Oh no.
Plot armor.
Rude motherfucker.
Can you blow him up with magic?
I cannot.
Yeah, can you just set like lightning runes all around him or
I mean, it wouldn't kill him, but it'd make it really entertaining.
No.
It's just like, the fuck.
What do you think about this?
You know, I'm
Like
just,
sitting there, you can sit there all day.
I'm real smart. You know? Anyway, this is actually V's waifu over here.
You have to go take a piss eventually.
What?
Anyway, hi, lady.
Hello. You're
Oh, my waifu.
unexpected addition, aren't
She's
you?
so polite.
The prodigy?
So broken.
Yeah, but you can call me Dara Stormblood. That sounds less awkward. Some people know me as the Book Muncher, the Great Butterfly Eater, the Ender of Worlds, the ecosystem of bugs. You know.
As you
Why does
eat a
this
butterfly
look
in front
kind
of
of-
her face.
What?
Oh, there we go. No? The quality
does,
is
actually.
really
I'm
weird.
Kalia Sakarish, by my path novice and aspirant to the First Sigil. I have been told what you did in Old Rashengrad, that you saved the excavations and fought back the mercenaries all on your own. An astonishing feat, truly. You have my respect for that.
Thank you for your respect, but I want something else.
It wasn't much of a decision. These days, wherever I go, these days I seem to have trouble, get into trouble wherever I go.
Well, as long as you handle it as well as you did in Old Rashengrad, that's not a bad thing, is it? You know, I'm really curious as to what the mercenaries thought they were doing. Someone willing to attack the Holy Order is either extremely powerful or extremely naive. Anyway, it's been an honor to meet you in person. Let's talk later.
Okay.
Soft-spoken, polite wife.
Yeah, V loves her. She's so fucking polite, ain't she?
All right.
Oh, yes, she is.
She looks
There are some
big.
situations where she's not.
Some situations where she's really not. Okay, do you want to stop there, V, because you're tired? Because I can progress until the end of this quest.
She looks big and soft.
30 minutes, please.
30 minutes? Okay, that'll get us to at
These
least
potions will be necessary later, so be careful with them.
Aww.
Apart from that, it's still a few miles to the ritual place.
Not that far.
She looks big and soft, is she?
I'm bigger
The
than she
spores
is,
in the
but yeah,
forest
she's pretty
ahead
soft.
will make you a little dizzy.
Except when she's
but you won't
Softest.
stay for
I
long.
meant physically soft.
Any questions?
Oh no, she's a badass lady
Shut
with a
the
big
hell
ass
up.
sword. She ain't that
Yeah,
soft.
she's like a warrior lady.
Yeah, she's the.
You want to?
That's part of the reason why I love her.
Yeah, you go
You
up.
were talking to her in the barn a while ago.
You can't even remember
Very
Lashari's goddamn name, Uni. She is not your waifu that bad. You're
Excuse
just attracted
me.
to her titties.
Yeah,
Her big
Her
old
titties
titties.
are
I don't deny it.
but they're very soft. That's all that I want to say.
Yeah. Because Jesper's your rogue, and then she's your warrior mage type of character.
Yeah. So you know she's soft.
So what spores are you talking about exactly?
She's a mage.
Yeah.
Long story.
All mages are
Simply
weak,
put,
soft,
they
frail
come
people.
from a special kind of mushroom
I
that
resent
has
that
infested
statement.
this forest.
Also, why the hell do I
Staying near
remember
them
this guy's
worsens the
name, that
arcanist
voice so
fever.
well?
Because he's all over.
So, in case
Okay.
you're
He's the most
thinking
repeated
about
voice.
exploring further, take some magical protection and some ambrosia with you.
I think I have 4. That's enough. Alright then, let's go.
Good. Stay close to me.
How about I just,
Go.
Where's my
What
frost ring
is
though?
this strange potion?
You'll find out. We'll find out when we
Oh,
get there.
boy.
We're almost, when does it take long? I think. Oh,
Oh, what the fuck?
Korek
vision time.
conquered the city. Instead, you will be ashamed.
I forgot this happens. Sound
Oh,
alert.
damn.
Yeah, I forgot that happens.
Loud
I forgot
visions.
that happens. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
forgot
crap.
So,
that. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
I just had another vision. It sounded like you and Boo.
Oh, did you now? So, what did you see? A
Ernie, do
horde
you
of
have this
naked,
new Spider-Man
scattered women
game?
charging towards
What?
us?
No, I don't have this new Spider-Man game. I just saw the GIF.
No, I just told you it was you and Boo.
Okay, look, you're very impressive and talented, I get it. But please, spare me this rubbish about visions and echoes of the future. Tealor always had a fondness for those kind of things, but I'm not really one for all that. So, let's keep going.
You know, if someone tells me that they saw a vision of the future and it involved me, I would at least ask out
Hear
of
them out,
curiosity.
right?
To be fair,
what
Yeah.
it's
you don't
about.
actually say that you heard it was about him. It was just, I had a vision.
but never actually
I just,
seen
Oh.
it.
Oh.
paraphrase.
Well, you could have told him if he let you get a word in.
True. But I mean, hey, if he's gonna be like that, fine.
I bet you know all about
So it's really his own
Lucy's
fault.
rattles instead.
Yep.
So yeah, this guy also conting
Go
Kalia
make the
because she's
dumb
like,
mistakes we
oh,
always
I've
knew you
never
would."
seen this place before.
Oh my god, what?
Oh, you know, just a
The
pus
fuck
beetle.
is that?
A pus beetle. It's okay. It's no big deal.
don't worry about it.
He's dead now.
They explode.
It's the Charis. See?
Oh
Now
yeah,
eat it.
I'm starting to remember this place. It has the mushrooms.
Yeah.
It has the Morrowind
Fucking
mushrooms.
keeps shooting up my arcane fever.
Well, actually, it has the that one underground part in Skyrim. Those mushrooms.
Oh, the really, really pretty dwarven
Yeah,
place?
this uses it, and it's actually just like a super corrupted area. Oops, there's the fucking charge.
Hold on.
Oh, she's trying to heal me because I'm too low. It's really sweet of her. It's okay, I can fix myself.
Focus, Kalia. Focus.
It's okay, it's okay. Here, oh, I already have it up. You know, I'll just nom. Oh, I leveled up! This is
Nice.
even, so it's health.
Yep.
Even post 25, it is health. It's okay, I just ate a thing.
A little less squish than before.
I will get progressively less squishy until I become a god. God, I fucking hate this fucking place.
Why do you keep stepping in it?
I don't intentionally. I'm trying to get back to him. It's like, because they're by the road, and I have to follow them, or they fucking go, oh, fuck you. Oh, yeah, he went the wrong way, because he was like, I'm chasing something.
I feel like you're not even stepping on them most of the time. I feel like they're shooting spores into your
They
face.
are, because this entire wood is filled with the spores. So I wanted to do I want to do a specific quest that concerns this area. Which is the Dreary Field. It's either that or touching effigy when we reach our first pause soon.
Wait, do you see that?
No! Oh, now I do. It popped in.
Yes, that man. What is he doing?
Who cares? He's probably just a traveler.
He shouldn't be here. No merchant in his right mind would voluntarily travel through the Whispering Forest. We'll go take a look at him. Stay ready.
Enderalian's still real creative with those names.
Whispering Forest.
Yeah. You guys...
Why is it called that?
I'm not...
Because the trees aren't screaming.
She's with me now. Forever.
Kirush.
What the fuck?
Who are you? And what are you doing
You know,
here?
Forest of Screaming Trees, Whispering Forest, same thing.
She's with me now.
He's having an episode.
What are you, deaf? Identify yourself.
His eyes. Master, this is the Red Madness.
Shit, of course. You will put away that pickaxe right now, my sir.
Did pickaxing a fucking bloody skeleton not make it obvious?
Don't you understand? She wanted to leave me. Just like that.
This is
now, she will stay. She broke.
Oh my god! just get wrecked.
You lost your mind.
What happened?
I could
You got blasted.
Shithead blaster.
Did you forget what Majesty
I wasn't
Hero
looking.
did to the novices? This man could have attacked us at
More
any
of
moment.
them.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Really? Malthus, protect us from
Maybe
your
it's bad because we're having
But did the thought ever cross your mind
Cut his
that
head
one
off,
needs to
Clint.
understand a disease in order to heal it? And that some apothecary might have given their left hand for a living patient?
You're not being fair, Master. I was only protecting us.
Like heck you did. You behaved like an idiot. And not for the first time.
Let's just go,
The
Kalia.
other
They're
masters might
arguing.
ignore that fact due
Let's
to
go.
your religious commitment and your bloodline. I get that.
Kalia, you're too
But
innocent
if
and
something
baby
like
for this world.
They'll be at this all day.
You will be suspended from the rites and
just
will spend
go.
the rest of your life polishing prayer banks in the sanctum. Do I make myself clear?
He really was trying to protect us, Master. Maybe...
Don't stand up for him.
Make myself clear.
Oh, Kalia, you're so innocent and baby.
You do, Master. And I beg your forgiveness for my offense.
Granted. Now let's push on. We will take care of the body
I
after the
don't like
ritual.
him.
Which
Yeah, he's
one?
kind of an asshole.
Oh, the little
Yeah.
shit? Yeah, it's
But,
fine. Don't worry about it.
Honestly, he's got a pretty reasonable. Like, it was a bad situation. You got a bunch of newbies on your side, so of course one of them's gonna probably do something stupid like that.
Like, blow up the guy.
Yeah, but still.
But it's like an epidemic, man. You
Study
gotta.
it.
You don't want to understand that. It's super rare too.
We should check and
it.
Anyway, you said was very military mind.
Was it?
That's like the Marine mindset.
Hmm.
When you got a bunch of newbies with you, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Fair enough.
Here it is, the first foothold. This is where Malthus's vassals erected their first camp, so behave yourselves accordingly.
I'm not putting those
You
on.
too, prodigy.
Oh,
Put it on.
yes, fuck you. I am so misbehaved. I am the bad child.
No, you're a
You
good boy.
are the bad redheaded stepchild.
You know.
You're the goodest boy.
Before we start,
Oh my
there's
God.
something
I'm
I need to
black.
tell you. Something important. The rumors concerning the deaths of the Lightborn, they're true.
What?
The gods are dead. They fell 2 winters ago beneath the sword of an unknown traveler. We, that is, the Order, have known about this for quite some time now, but haven't told the common people yet. But since the 3 of you intend to take the trial, there's no way to disguise the truth anymore.
But how can a god die?
Very fucking
There was a
carefully.
prophecy as old as the Lightborn themselves, in which there was talk of a shadow god who would end the era of gods. And it came true. I'm sorry.
Sorry, she got fucked.
That the gods have been killed, and you are sorry. What's next? That tomorrow the sun will stop shining? Tell us that.
Well,
That this is a
Yeah.
test, Master.
I didn't do it,
It
but
is, isn't
that
it?
seems to be the
It's a
reality of our
self-faith.
situation, bud.
No, the Lightborn are dead. But, hard as it may be to accept, we cannot afford to fall into a spiritual
Who the heck
crisis
is
right
we?
now.
The Order of the Gods. Malthus's order was created to protect the Lightborn. And if what you're saying, this blasphemy is true, then we're meaningless. We failed, don't you see that? Oh, by the Black Guardian, I just can't believe it.
And though I shan't be seen, thou shalt live by my virtue. 3rd Revelation, verse 137. I know it's hard, Dunwar, but if this is true, we have to show strength and keep on believing in what the Lightborn stood for. Which is
I
the
love
idea
her. I
of
want to cuddle
peace
her
and-
forever.
Oh, just shut your mouth, Sakaresh. If
And
you think
fuck
the
him.
Lightborn scum are living proof that the Order is going downhill. Do you really think
Worse
I
than the
don't know about
fucking
the village?
panhandlers.
You're a damned witch, and if this were
Damn
the old
homeless.
times, you would have been crucified long
Bitch
time
ass
ago.
hoes.
You don't mean that, Dunwar.
Drop it, for heaven's sake. We're all on the same
Piece
side
of shit.
here.
Dead ass.
No,
Alistair
we are
looking
not.
motherfucker.
This wench doesn't have any right to wear the white robes. And if you would spend more time with the holy scriptures instead of your brandy bottle, you would see it as well.
Ooh, sick burn.
But no, you just...
Shut up! I swear to you, one more word and you will wish that I just suspended you.
Say she's looking to you for comfort.
No
Can't
buts.
do anything. I'm
Do
locked
you
in place.
understand?
Yes.
Press E to stand up.
I hope
I'm
so,
standing.
for your sake. Just be glad that this is
Wait,
a
you can
time
look at
when
your
we
body?
need
I have a
scary
mod that
faces
lets me do
more
that.
than ever. Just be
It's a mod.
glad.
Okay.
that lets you do
enough
what?
of this.
Lets me
Our
see my old
demeanor
body.
defiles this sacred
Oh.
place.
This is my great
There will
boobies.
be enough time for depression and personal crisis after the trial.
Oh, fuck you.
Let's
asshole.
recite the holy words.
My depression takes priority
Thou
over
art my
everything
light,
else, thank
My
you.
glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor. In life, as in death.
My character's just awkwardly
May your
standing
light
there.
guide me.
Good. As you know, this trial will test the fortitude of your spirit. Because this is what distinguishes a keeper from a soldier. What distinguishes a wise man from a fool. Keep that in mind. Now, drink the potion I gave you.
Yeah.
You first.
Drugs.
Now
Let's
drink
hope
Honey
the
Boo Boo's
Grand
Go-Go
Master was
Juice.
right about you.
Yeah, you know. Oops, it's a
Glug,
little
glug,
glitchy
glug.
because of
The mod.
Yeah, it's glitchy because of the mod right there. We're
Barbecue.
You just got a concussion on that table.
Out. Yeah, I just smashed my giant fucking.
Yeah.
It's like
Your
they
body
go-
just drops and your head like smacks.
And I went,
table.
oh shit, she was kind of tall, wasn't she?
Mhm.
Well, that happens.
Should
Okay.
have
You just
prepared
kind of
it
like
for the trust.
swayed once, and your eyes rolled back in your head, and you just went down.
Damn it, I told you to tell the initiates to sit down before they drink the potion.
Oh look, somebody's in this.
She pressed E to stand up. We couldn't stop her.
There's this weird cell with this weird little weaselly looking man. Hi, man.
Oh no. No, no. I knew I wouldn't be the last one. Did they also tell you the tales about the Keeper's spirit?
The what?
What the
Lured
fuck?
you into a trap, you know. And you fell for it. Because you're arrogant. Just as I am. As I was.
You're not real, are you?
Of course not. At least not according to your definition of the word. But then again, what is reality anyway?
Wait, Corcus, this the
If I told you
coward?
that you and your friend Sirius actually lie dead at the bottom of the sea,
Same voice.
and that everything that has happened so far, your journey to Ark, the search at the Sun Coast, was only a dream, would you be able to recognize the truth? The answer is no. Because you don't want to be dead. Therefore, your mind will do anything to make you believe this entire dream you've had was and is reality.
How am I able to dream if I'm actually dead? That doesn't make any sense!
None of this makes sense.
Doesn't it? Tell me.
No.
What is time to the dead and dreaming anyway? The last second
Your brain
before the water
physically cannot
floods into your
work
lungs.
if you're dead.
The very last
Idiot
instant
ass.
before it tears them apart.
Bitch ass.
In your mind, it could be an eternity. A self-created sanctuary built from nothing but your wishes.
Corpse looking ass.
But what's the point in talking anyway? You don't want to believe me. And I'm tired of trying to make you. Now leave me alone, before we make the suppressor even angrier. He doesn't like words.
Alright, so he
likes
said,
the silence.
leave me alone, but he started this conversation.
He did. He came up here, bitch. I would have sat here and been like, okay. The suppressor? Who are you talking about?
What? They haven't told
Alive.
you about him? Oh, that's so typical. The suppressor. He's the reason why we will be imprisoned here forever. And why we can't access our feelings and wishes. And he does it because he wants us to lose hope. To stop believing. And
You can't remove
you know,
Firefly either.
sometimes I wonder if that's exactly what we humans, what I have to do to finally be free. Give up. Detach myself from the dreams of the past. Who knows if there were anything else than phantasms to begin with. But no. No, not yet. It's too early to surrender. And isn't that what makes us human anyway? To hope? And to just keep on waiting for that one miracle that will end the pain once and for all? Yeah, I'll wait. And you will wait with me forever.
No.
No, I won't actually.
I'm busting out.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's okay, man. I got a
Excuse
plan.
me.
You don't get to come with because you're a bitch. Oh, hi, Skeleton.
Don't give up, skeleton.
Oh, yeah,
Am
look.
I...
A minute ago.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I wish I knew, but I just made a door.
And I inhaled some water. That's
Oh,
all.
God.
So, Uni, about that Spider-Man
opened
game.
it?
Yeah.
But that's impossible.
I just
these
think
years
it's
kept me
weird.
from
I still
escaping, and
remember
you
the
just-
old game from like the GameCube era, where the police are like, "Thanks, Spider-Man."
Come on.
But here they're like, "Oh man, it's Spider-Man. He's
We
gonna
have to
fuck
look.
everything up."
We have to look and see what's outside. We won't get
It
far,
just makes
but
me sad.
still we
I mean, that's the
We have
life
to
of
see.
Spider-Man, man.
come.
Yep.
It also
Lead the way.
it also makes me sad that he's basically Iron Man.
Hmm?
I mean,
There it is. Where'd it go?
In what way?
Hello, another
His
skeleton.
Oh, wow.
hello, another uni. Also, the oven is beeping.
Oh,
I need
hello.
to go get that.
Whoops.
By the gods! These are the scourges of the suppressor.
They're running away from me. Don't worry.
want to
Stop
punish us.
crying. No, you're fine. Stop crying, you big bitch. God, oh
I
look.
thought he wanted to wait forever. Why is he following us?
I know,
probably
he's
gave
kind
him
of
a
weird.
sword or something.
So anyway, here's a paper. Let us listen to the silence. What really drives you? Who are you? Who are you since you've set foot on Enderal? Now you're the opposite of what you really are. Instructive, strong, powerful, meaningful. In short, the prophet. You've constructed a narrative for yourself, a fairy tale about what you want to be. And you have found exactly those people who confirm it. That's the most important thing, isn't it? You've found someone who believes in your fairy tale. Don't you see? You're simply wrong. All about you is wrong. You're pathetic, you know that? What would Sirius say about this?
Serious?
I think Sirius would say self-loathing is a problem.
Sirius would say blub blub blub.
Exactly. Actually, no, he would say, "Oh, I'm choking on my blood," and then he would say blub blub blub. You know.
Sirius couldn't swim with a corpse next to him.
Get Rex ghost.
Well, Sirius was kind of the corpse already. I could swim though with a corpse tied to me because I'm cool. I ain't a bitch. Oh, hi! Come here, come back. This is why I don't like playing in first person. Move!
Get back here, ghost!
Pays off to be a strong swimmer.
Strong leg.
I learned how to carry people.
Jesus,
Who are
man. I'm fucking
unconscious
just
while
covered
swimming.
bodily in blood for no reason.
If you ever drown, just
Ghost
call
blood.
me.
Covered in the ectoplasmic ghost blood.
Oh, did I accidentally blow
Ooh.
on you a little?
God.
Hold on,
Feels
stay
good.
still. Oh, no.
This is kind of like how Jim got his powers.
It's so cold. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to go out. After all,
Really?
Yeah. Yes, the cell is small, but at least it's safe.
Go back to the cell then! I don't care.
Did you just stab him?
Yes.
Yeah, he's losing school.
Stop talking, go back to the cell!
God, you doubtful little bitch. Go back
Starting
to
to
the
have
cell.
second thoughts about leaving my safe place.
Oh, look, there's a bunch of hanging bodies in here. I also see another ghost. We'll into them in a second, don't worry.
I go back to my cubby hole.
There you go.
No.
So anyway, there's all these hanging men in here, you know, naked men.
Yeah.
They're named Panic, our good friend Hopelessness, our good favorite Uncle Despair. You know.
Oh, Uncle Despair, you're my favorite.
You know?
I noticed there's a couple of empty ropes too.
Yeah, you know. It's not like there's bodies. There's all these ghosts. I've got to hang them. I'm busy.
What are the ghost names?
Seducer.
Just ghosts.
They're seducers. Wow, how intimidating.
By the gods, everything here looks so similar.
No!
It's a damn maze!
It does not.
Oh, really? We should never have left. This will be our doom.
Why are you like this? Stop. You just cry a lot, and I can deal with people who cry a lot, but you cry too much.
Oh, no. No. Do you see it?
Yeah, they're...
All the cells. They're all empty. And there's blood. Oh, no.
Kind of like a younger, not so tan version of my father. Oh, that's why I hate you.
You remind me of my father. I hated my father.
You're a bitch. Oh, actually, speaking of father, I just remembered. There is one body in here. Guess who it is? Oh, I saw move, you bitch. Cause look, it's Daddy.
Yep,
He's
it's
here.
Daddy.
He's here.
Gimme!
Daddy!
He's here in
What's
the
he
cell,
got on him?
Daddy.
Has he got some meat on him?
He's got his tunic and his shoes. Should I steal his clothes? Oh, what have you done, Icon? Can you move? I'm busy. I have things to do.
Me while I blast this ghost.
Thank you.
It's just while I blast this other one.
I'll stab this one. She's in my way. So...
You suplex a ghost.
I cannot suplex a ghost. I wish I could. So... Did the skull get knocked off? Oh, the skull got knocked off. Well, that's gonna be a problem, because I won't have anything to weight the thing. There's a skull here normally. And mine got knocked off by me blasting everything above, because the physics in this game engine are insane. That's normally called remorse that sits here, and you take it, and it sets off the weight trap, and you get stabbed by a bunch of things. Or if you're like me, you're smart, and you have this nifty little spell called telekinesis, and you just yoink it to you. Oh, there it is! Hi, remorse! Ta-da! You're supposed to use it for
Dealt
this puzzle
with.
up here. Or you can just cheat with the telekinesis, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. Because, you know, this door over here is locked, and there's the key, so I'll just... Thanks.
So you need that spell in order to win?
No, you don't, because you can, basically, actually, the
Can you
bars
just
are
get stabbed?
just... There's a spot where the bars are the right distance apart to just wedge your way in.
Oh.
Yeah, and I haven't actually used it on the save yet. So yeah. Ta-da! We're free! Come on, Exxon. Oh wait, it's the
Yay.
cell! Well, that's a shame.
Oh no.
And we're still covered in blood.
Can't you see? We're
arm.
back where we started.
Oh, shut up.
I knew it. It's just useless. The suppressor doesn't want us to leave, and now he will be even angrier when we meet him than he was before. It was a mistake to follow you. You're vile.
Oh, yes.
I've been telling you to go back to yourself.
You and you alone.
We literally stabbed you.
Yes.
Literally stabbed you to tell you
Leave
to go
us
home.
alone, you crazy
leave me
fucking
alone.
psycho.
Okay, just go.
Just leave me
I would
alone.
love to
You started
go,
the
but
conversation again.
I can't fucking fit out this hole! I would love to go. I don't want to be here
'cause-
with you.
Our ass is too big.
Or our head is too large.
What?
No, it's definitely our ass.
It's definitely
Yep.
our ass.
The suppressor's punishment. It will be horrible.
Yeah, who the fuck's the suppressor, man? I ain't seen him. Yeah, actually, why are you so afraid of this suppressor? I ain't seen shit.
No, you haven't. Because you're blind. The suppressor is here, in every single stone, in every bone, in every drop of blood, and yet you are too blind to see it.
No. I think you're just cramping on my style. One might say you are a suppressor.
But I should have known. I mean, what can you expect from someone who has killed his entire family?
That's rude.
I followed you because for
Bitch
a brief
ass.
moment, you made me want to believe, and now you've dragged me into the abyss along with you.
Yes, it was all my fault because I told you, you know, I don't need you to follow me. I'll just go. I just don't understand it. Actually, you know what? I don't want any of these because these are all, I think, kind of useless. Hold on, we'll find out in a second.
Of course I'm a part of you, and you are a part of me. Isn't that obvious?
No.
That's a lie. We
No,
would
you
never
wouldn't
be a coward.
understand.
Yeah.
You're too weak.
We eat butterflies,
You
damn it.
always were.
Books, motherfucker.
Or breakfast.
So, you know, I'm not even going to ask. There must be a way part of here because, you know, you're kind of, again, like I said, cramping on my style. I'm just going to...
Well, well. So you
Whack
figured
you
it
again.
out? Yes. I am what keeps you in this place. But was it blind rage that made you act? or
No.
Have you truly understood who I am?
You're cramping on my
Have you
style.
understood what drives you and determines your actions? The salt corrodes your skin, and the water filling your lungs is cold. But you still haven't found it, child, have you?
There's nothing to find, you asshole.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
You can find the ocean.
I can find the ocean. It's there. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, we're afraid of water and fire.
With water and fire are worst things ever. That's why we only use lightning and ice in this house. So anyway.
Oh, so you're... Oh no, we're here again.
Those are the only elements we care for. What's up?
Hey!
Oh, thank God. It's safe.
Hey, look. Look.
Proceed to stand up.
Yeah, we got up out of our bed and look.
We made it out just in time. Now I can sleep
Hi,
peacefully.
Jaspar. And hi, creepy statue.
Oh, god damn it.
How are
Oh.
you? I love you so much. You're so great.
Oh, I forgot this part.
What the fuck?
I can
didn't
stop
forget.
here. This will be our cliffhanger if you want. We'll stop here. So, Jaspar, I guess, didn't decide to take his boat trip. He's here. Hey, boy.
He also brought us a present.
Yes! Wonderful, Jaspar. That's lovely.
I
Man,
don't
this
know what
thing-
this is doing here, but somehow I feel like it's all just Spar's fault.
It's all
Spar,
your
what?
fault,
Spar, you did it again. You brought some wooden figured monster from my fucking fireplace. What'd you do?
You know, just dredged up your past. Oh, I didn't want me to pull out my fists on you. We'll save here.
Gonna catch these hands, Jaspar.
Jaspar, it's all your
Suplex
fault.
coming your way.
You're
So
still
yeah. Sus.
sus. Super sus. What's he doing here? He didn't go on his.
Oh,
Oh
hey.
no! I didn't want
Good to
this.
see you awake.
No!
How are you feeling?
No, not yet. Next week. Oh, not next week. 2 weeks
Isn't
from
what
now.
I wanted. I
Yeah.
never asked for this.
He's like, I brought you this because I don't want it. I've been trying to get it out of my basement for like fucking 3 years.
It
won't
would
go.
just like what I have for you.
But it's like, great.
It's a euphemism.
Wow.
Good one.
It's like, great. I don't want the statue. I brought it to you, and it's like, great. I don't want it either. You can have it back.
Are you saying you don't want my wood?
My creepy wood. So, you know, that's how things be. So we'll leave it off here. That's the end for now, so people can go die.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll see you in 2 weeks where we'll wrap up the story arc and we'll do a side quest and do more quest. Real quest.
Have more crazy fun adventures in nightmare space.
It's okay, it's not that nightmarish. You're fine. It'll be alright. Don't worry
Maybe
about
we will
it.
be. It's fine.
Don't worry
Everything's
about
fine.
it. Also, Jax is
So-
snoring.
Yeah.